Hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop Fables and this week's episode of Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y. I'm DM Cody and we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, starting with...
G'day there, I'm Cooper, I'm playing Kip, a half-elf monk of the seas. Fun, like to lay around, like to punch things. Kind of tired right now.
Yes, half-elf, chicken of the seas.
Yes.
Knuckles thing.
Sea chicken.
I'm Blake, I play Raz, an Air Genasi rogue, who is similarly tired and just sort of very kind of dreading the coming end of the world.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Joshua. I'm new. I'm playing Thaddeus. Can I say what I'm playing yet, or should it be a surprise?
You can do whatever you make it.
I'm Thaddeus.
He is Thaddeus.
That's the end of that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm a baker.
You wouldn't happen to come from Naxxramas, would you?
Sure. You're ruining my surprise. What I am is a surprise. We'll find out soon.
What's a surprise? Oh, we're doing that, are we?
All night long.
I am Josh, and I'll be playing Ruse, who is a changeling bard, and he's currently in a lot of pain.
What form is he currently in?
He would be in his natural form at the moment because he was kind of killed.
Somewhat distracted.
Yeah.
I would argue. Yes.
Slightly more important.
Hello everyone, my name's Matthew, I'm playing Smoke Tabaxi.
What?
Did I get it right?
You did.
You got it different.
Again, nature cleric, and I'm coming to grips with the terrible abuse and neglect I've put my animal familiars through. All of them. And yeah, we'll see, hopefully takes some good places.
What do I sign up to?
You don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How small are you and do you fit in a pocket?
Or a bag holly.
Yes, it does. 2 foot tall. What?
So the week before last, you were sent on a mission to locate some places throughout Baldur's Gate and test the stones buried beneath the roads and the buildings.
Found lots of shale.
Lots of it. Yes, lots of slate. A few places left, and you went to the Nobles District where Clarimon was found out for who she was by a much higher up noble. After some discussion and negotiation, she managed to walk free with the promise of future negotiations with the man. And as you headed to the Black Dragon Gate, you managed to get your sample, and then started leaving the Nobles District where you were affronted by some what looked like dark elves. Dressed in black leathers, very dark skin, some pretty ornate white tattoos across their flesh, where they pleasantly convinced you to manacle yourself and follow them. After a few moments, you passed out. You, on the other hand, were following a lead and got a little bit too close to these Shadakai. You know who they are. And moments later, you awoke in a barn surrounded by hay with the sound of some animals and a group of very unfamiliar faces near you as everyone blinks awake.
And I'm there.
Yes, you're hurting.
Well acted.
Why are you going there? Why is that always the place we go when we get knocked out?
Ruse is grey and childlike and crying.
Oh, that's new.
Smoke needs more sleep.
As I said, Kip has just rolled over. He's just, may as well wait.
I'm gonna try to drag myself up if I can.
Yep.
With my manacled bits.
You find you're not manacled anymore.
Oh, brilliant.
You do see there's some like burn marks around your wrists where you were manacled though. Rougher on you,
yes.
It looks like it's discoloured the air that is your skin.
Am I able to just like half eye open, just sort of like try and stealthily just like gauge the room, just like
roll stealth with advantage because at this point they're probably not paying a lot of attention.
No,
with advantage?
Yep.
No stealth?
Yep.
Oh no! 22.
Oh, that's a good thing.
So you all notice that there is a sleeping figure in there with you.
Pretty.
What does the figure look like?
Okay, then From what you can see, is a sort of grey, patchy clothes. They've been stitched together where there's been like some holes made, but every stitch that's led to sort of like flowers sort of stitched in, like little vines going around for every wound, every hole. There's a hood up. You can just see a slight red face. A little bit softer than a standard hobgoblin, a bit of a softer nose, point of an ear.
All I heard was hobgoblin.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, you can. You'd probably be able to see that there's a book, just like bound, like a couple of straps around it to my belt, and a small holy symbol next to it. So it's and a short sword on my side, but not much else.
I swear if you're playing an archivist.
It could be. I don't know.
I'm asleep right now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Raz will take notice of that and be like, that's happening, I guess. And then I'm going to go check up on Ruse and make sure that they're not dying, I guess.
I'm not dying.
How
I'm
did-
awake, just in pain.
Riz's white skin has red marks around his wrists. There's a slight smell of flesh in the air as you get closer.
Concerning.
Very ill-fitting armor because I'm still wearing the Shade armor.
Yeah. That's concerning. I don't have a... Smoke, damn you, get up! I gotta go shake Smoke awake so he can deal with the injuries.
Smoke gets up. Guys, was that really me in dream? Did I do those things to those poor, helpless, defenseless little animals?
Raz is going to reach into your chest pocket and pull out the kitten, which I assume is still there. Damn it. Well, I was going to tell you that's immaterial right now, but...
Fumbling in his pocket. Yep, looks like you did kill it.
It's like, well, I was going to tell you that's immaterial right now and you've got bigger things to deal with, but that's immaterial right now and you've got bigger things to deal with.
Perception check for me.
Ooh, 15.
15?
Not high enough to find you.
You notice there is a small, crumpled, fluffy figure in the corner with black, twisting smoke surrounding its body.
Smoke?
Smoke goes over, investigates further.
Yep, so you find the tiny form of the kitten.
Is it alive?
Doesn't seem to be. But it's encased in some sort of dark magic.
Ooh. Could I try an Arcana check on that?
Yeah. Roll with disadvantage though for this one.
220.
Ooh.
Oof.
A 6.
It's definitely nothing natural. It's in fact, actually, because of your nature skills, you would know that it's not magic from this plane. But that's all you know about it. You don't know anything about the magic itself.
Smoke will scoop it up and put it in its pocket.
Yep, you go to scoop it up and it turns to ash.
Shit. I guess
See, now it's literally immaterial right now.
this is it. Maybe that karma thing I've heard so much about.
You hear absolutely nothing, but the door just opens to the room, big barn doors. And you look up to the Shadakai with white tattoos down her face and long white hair from under her hood. She just surveys you all and looks down at where the cat was. And looks at you for a moment and you see a tiny shadowy figure walking around her legs. That looks very familiar, but a spectral form of the cat that you had before.
Smoke goes out and reaches and tries to beckon it to him.
It looks over you with red eyes and rubs up against her leg.
I look back at it with green eyes, I think.
Go over and you can find out.
From my stealthily lying down, pretending to be unconscious position, can I see that?
Yeah, you'd be able to from there because the big barn doors you would have been, I imagine, keeping an eye on that.
Do I know what that is? The little kitten of darkness and horror?
Roll a history check.
Please do.
I don't know what's happening, guys. I'm actually rolling well.
Oh boy.
I'm horrible at this. 16.
16. You've studied the Shadakai, and you know of their gods. This looks like you've heard of a clan of druids that are also necromancers, and they claim the souls and spirits of dead animals. From your reading, you know it's not as sinister as it sounds.
Cool.
It's more about they try to liberate them from this plane and give them eternal life. It's a twisted sense of balance.
Interesting.
I know someone that liberates people from this plane. Doesn't try to help them get another life, but definitely liberates them.
Let's smoke here.
It's real life and I'm next to you.
No, Smoke does not hear
Does
this.
Matt hear this?
Oh, poor
Matt
man.
lives it.
Oh, I would like to think that I get some sense of this eventually.
She spits something at you in an unfamiliar language and then closes the door and you hear it lock again.
Smoke nods and says, "You're in a better place now."
There's no better place than here.
You said it out loud.
Oh, I said it.
I make up like I'm going to live in this place forever. Then this smoke's new home.
Raz jumps most of the way out of his skin,
Other
but not
place is
quite.
better than. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Catman. Are you saying that one out loud, or is that Matt talking?
Roll to find out.
Pretty much always told me to smoke.
Perfect. Sit up. So you're not with them then? Good.
Who are you? Why?
Who are... Well,
Weren't you unconscious like a second ago?
I just turns his head and goes, "Did you just say why?"
yeah, that's an odd thing to say. Look, I've been awake since you all started doing the hootenannies and working out where you are, and I believe there was a cat. Little Shanakai cat.
Was being the operative word.
Oh,
Still crying.
Still is technically. Yeah. Hello, crying child? Do you look like a child?
Yes.
Smoke, we really need your help with that. I only assume that he's wounded because I can smell flesh near him. I haven't checked.
You're traveling with a child.
It's complicated.
Most things are.
It came of its own free will.
It just
Immediately don't trust you.
Can I? Like, does the child look like a genuine crying child? Or
It
is
looks very unusual with dark black eyes, pale skin, and pale hair.
So kind of like this, except with some black eyes.
Oh, cool. So
And
it's like a
crying.
cornberry.
And crying.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Very long, thin limbs.
Well,
Yeah, we've known him since like we were all kids.
One understood.
well then, I'll be seeing you more. Then I'm gonna try and find a way out.
Yep.
I'm gonna start like just like walking around, just touching the walls, see if there's anything.
Roll investigation.
Watch this. That's
can't
roll. Yeah, thank you. Good lord!
Walk on the center of the day.
There we go. What was that, investigation?
Yep. You find a theremin.
Why can I not see investigation?
Next aid.
Oh, duh.
Alphabetical.
Oh, yeah, I got no.
Not
14.
the shit then.
14?
Yeah.
You sort of got check the door first. That lock sound was it being locked behind you. There are some small windows. You'd think it would be hard to climb through. But as you look around, it is just a timber barn. You'd think it would be quite easy to set on fire, or even if you were strong enough, just break part of it out. Or if you had something to give it leverage.
I'm assuming you don't all want to stay.
I mean, I would like to find out who you are first. If, you know. If
Oh, sorry.
to you.
sorry. Where's my manners? I walk up and hood down. See black hair that goes to a white point as it gets slightly longer. I was just like, my name. You can call me Thaddeus.
You are quite intimidating to look at, Raz.
How tall are you?
Not tall, like 5'4".
Oh, sorry, I'm 5'5". Sorry, I'm just.
Too late to look at eye to eye.
You know, I don't usually get that. Then probably the hobgoblin. You know how it is. Yes. Crying child.
Yep. Oh, that's Ruse. The cat man is Smoke.
Ruse.
The sleeping man is Kip.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
The apparently not sleeping man is Kip.
I was trying to, but there's too much noise now.
Sorry about
I can
that.
sleep with me crying, but you guys talking.
All good piles.
I'm just gonna stand up and just start looking around.
How did you end up here, friend? And Smoke, could you do you want to maybe see what's wrong with Ruse?
That was my next port of call.
Please do.
You have a sailing cat, man?
He did sail before once, yes.
He has sailed.
He
Yes.
has a crippling fear of water as well. It's very
Pretty
complicated.
sure that was like all over 20s for your sailing checks as well.
Strangely worked out really well.
Did not want to go on that water. You were making sure you sailed well.
Pretty sure it might have had a blindfold on at some point. Maybe.
My reasons are my own. You know how it is. Shalakai are strange bedfellows.
Bastards, yes.
Wouldn't go that far.
This is probably the first time you've heard the term Shalakai as well. Any of you, actually.
I'm listening.
Yeah. As well.
Still cry. Alright, well, I'm going to have to work on splitting knowledge now. Yay.
Smoke goes up to Ruse and tries the first thing that he always does in this situation. Stop crying. That works.
I'll start to like lower the armor off my shoulders and turn around and show you my back, where there's like a massive scar from the base of my neck all the way down to the base of my spine.
Oh, suddenly putting two and two together.
Look. Smoke turns around to the others and asks them, "Is there a medic?" Kit.
It's you, fuckface.
I need a medic kit.
You are the medic, you asshole.
But look, medic kits, healers kits, whatever they're called. I don't.
You want some bandages?
Oh, that would help.
Undo my arm bandages.
Not those, then A, they're not clean, B, you can call on the power of Eldath to cure his wounds, please.
I'm sorry, I put these on this morning.
Smoke meditates and prays to Eldath.
So your cleric is an idiot.
Most of these people are idiots.
Smoke says yes.
I throw you 2 arm bandages.
I'm good with a needle and
They're like
thread.
this long.
It's a healed scar. It's just deep.
Oh, I'm good with a needle and thread.
But seriously, healers kit, anyone?
I guess.
Okay.
I check over my equipment. I'm
To get out of this fucking barn.
And they've looked you with all your equipment.
Oh shit,
That's shocking.
that's dangerous.
Right.
Smoke sighs at the lack of healers kits and then casts Cure Wounds on his.
Sorry, I made you use a first level spell.
You're worth exactly 1 cantrip and no more.
17 on insight.
Please. Please stop.
Smoke, uses Cure Wounds.
Yep. How many hit points does he get back?
I wasn't injured.
How many emotional hit points?
How many emotional hit points? Roll sanity.
We are the most professional group you will ever come across.
That does not say a lot.
You're cured for 8 hit points.
I mean,
For 8?
Yep. The scar remains.
you're certainly enthusiastic, I'll give you that much. Not the strangest bedfellows I've talked to, but
We may need your help before the day is done, I can almost assure you.
Actually, yeah. So you're here. What? What were you doing here? What's your story?
I've been following some leads.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts while he's talking.
Yep.
If he's been asked a question, the first thing that's actually in his mind will be the real answer. Thank you.
Do I tell you what? Do I have to do a save?
Yeah, it's just
Surface thoughts, he knows, but if he wants to pry deeper, he has to.
Okay.
And if you've been asked a question, your surface thoughts are usually the real answer. As well as your lie.
So I'll give you the surface thoughts first. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, that's surface.
It is.
I'm following a rough investigation for a couple of leads here and there, looking for something of mine.
Find what?
Sorry, just thinking of it. A weapon.
What is your surface thoughts then? When I say find what?
Oh, find what? You see a picture of, you see like this scythe for a moment.
Yep.
A weapon. I was trying my luck at a couple of leads, led me to these lovely individuals.
So you're trying to take it from these fuckers?
Smoke curtsies.
You are not a weapon, sir.
And also, he's not wearing a dress. He's wearing clothes.
I am prefer to
I'm just
sweat,
imagining with your detect thoughts, you are now seeing smoke, but in a dress, and they get shaken away very quickly.
Seen a lot of things, man. Seen a lot of things.
I don't know. Some saying it might be here, some saying it might have passed through here. I was trying to find some group originally called the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, but fell through, couldn't really find anything.
You have found what remains of them.
And here I was gonna lead him on.
Yeah, a little bit. That'd be us.
You...
Ha! Nice to meet you. We're the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, apparently.
And yet there's a lot more cats than dogs.
No, really.
He is not technically wrong.
Do I believe them?
No, not even for a second.
You are the Fable Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y.
I mean, I only just got here like yesterday or the day before. But
Word on the wind is that they're able to find anything, smote anything. They're not just some, and I don't say this with offense, but a bunch of bastards locked in a bar.
I'm gonna leave it with you guys because you've got more experience than me.
I just walk.
What's experience?
Just gonna walk behind him, and as like
A racial
talking to
slur.
them, I'm gonna change silently to Alistair Finch.
Can you change silently?
Yes.
Okay.
I have been able to for some time, but I just do it loud. But yeah.
You're actually gonna look at me and be like, oh my god, there's no sound!
So that's what
My whole
happened.
life has been a lie.
So yeah, like walking behind you, you wouldn't see that like these guys would just be seeing all sorts of like contortions of shape and heightening and whatnot, but eventually be an old man and just putting on the big Hessian robe behind you.
Do I hear any of that? Apart from not the changing, obviously, but do I hear the Hessian?
Roll a
yeah.
perception check.
I would have thought. It is right behind you.
That is a big old 14.
You don't hear a Hessian exactly. You do notice that all three of them just kind of look a bit startled over your shoulder.
Draw sword immediately turn.
There's an old man behind you. And he's like, oh, there, calm yourself, my friend. Everything's fine.
He does that sometimes.
He does.
He turns into an old man sometimes.
And others.
Who does? What? What do you mean?
Your friends aren't very good at, helping your con.
Anyway, if you look for the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, you have found them.
And in fairness, those rumors weren't wrong. We have found and smote everything we've sought out.
Including hordes of small animals.
Don't need to mention that, Smoke.
You know what?
That was
Should you, friend? You should often keep quiet about the animals you've killed.
Everyone roll a perception check.
13.
13! Naughty buddies! Hey! 13!
We're both just looking at each other's eyes. Hey, we're just all looking into each other's eyes.
Dirty 20.
Also 13.
You're all blissfully unaware, but as they all turn to face you, over their shoulders, you notice one of the small windows at the top. There is a demonic-looking face, completely black with black eyes and large horns, that looks in for a second, and you just see a swish of a tail as it disappears.
You defeated it then.
Defeated what?
The one who scarred me. You defeated it then.
I vaguely remember Tonk doing that.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the thing and the thing?
You
I left before that ended.
Wait,
you just missed him, and I do believe we've released him upon the world.
Oh.
Um,
I'm sorry, what?
You do know if you die in the dream plane, you are released back to the real plane, right?
dream plane.
Long story.
As a note, I've been there twice, and I'm not the smartest of fellas.
And you come back twice as you died, yes?
I mean, I hung around for a while, but yeah.
And here you are.
Well, you know what they say: two is a coincidence, three is a theory.
Yes.
Who says that?
Who does say that?
And what do they
Someone
say?
at some point.
And where did you hear it?
About 4. Who says he's not making that up?
Apologize.
Can I take the sudden old man just to the shoulder, just to the side for a moment?
I dotter along.
Really? They're all with...
We are the
I'm gonna
dogs
try and listen in on this.
Smoker's just going to lick himself clean.
We are,
This is
we
going on.
are we've lost a friend, I believe.
I'm sorry.
He's not with us now, then I assume he's still there.
Alive or dead?
None can say in the dream plane. You're kind of both.
Interesting.
But we don't have another who has been kidnapped by your friends outside.
about to
Not
say
your friends, but
No. That's definitely
Speaking of friends,
you understand colloquialisms.
You'll hear a very loud screeching sound just across the wall.
Well, that can't be good.
Which wall?
Hawk?
The one where they've walked to.
Hawk, is that you?
I'm just gonna go to the wall and try and like put my ear up and listen to it.
Yep.
Just see if I can pick out any more details.
Roll a perception check.
24.
Yep, so you hear what sound like fairly heavy feet in what sounds like loose soil. And gauging from that perception check, it seems quite big. You hear front feet about 10 feet to your left and back feet about 5 feet to your right.
What do your elven ears hear?
Well, shit. Something big.
Bryce will draw weaponry. At this point.
Like, big, and moving.
Big and moving.
Yeah.
I'm going
Shoulder all my equipment.
Yeah. I'm going
Get ready to run.
Looking around the barn, is there like, what's the layout? Is there like second story? Is there like poles? What's the layout?
One big rectangular barn with 2 swinging barn doors at the front. There are some piles of hay in there. As you look around, there's signs of animals recently have been in here, but obviously been removed.
Yep, so it's basically just a big hollow, like just a big room.
With large square, or sort of long rectangular windows along the top that are probably about a foot tall, but about 3 feet wide.
Alright, no worries.
Is it like is the windows like large enough that you could sit kind of on it, just sort of like Batman up there?
Well, it's only about a foot tall.
Okay.
Well, he's only 2 feet tall, so.
Apparently I'm 2 feet tall. Fine.
Is there
Sideways Batman.
is there like a windowsill large enough for feet? Is I think the point of the question.
I mean, you could probably put your tippy toes on it and press yourself on and hope you didn't fall. Definitely not designed for it, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So, back to back, we all fight. Are you all fighters? What did you use?
We've fought many things.
I like to
Very
consider
results.
myself a bit of a brawler.
I will be there if you need healing. Or even if you don't need healing, I'll heal you anyway.
It's true, he does it non-consensually.
This is a creature that we cannot fight. Perhaps we can turn it against the Shadakai.
I mean...
I like the idea.
whatever
Well, I
works.
guess.
You know, wherever the door that she came through, I'm just gonna like go over and knock on it, try and get the attention.
Yep.
Detect thoughts are still going. I can figure out if she's still there.
Yep. What's the
30 feet.
30 feet?
Is there someone within 30 feet on the other side of that door? Better question, can I detect the thoughts of the creature outside?
You can.
Yeah.
You knock on the door and you just hear, it's time then.
Alright,
And you hear
you're not going through that door.
latch on the outside click.
Alright, we will take a few steps back.
Hold on. No.
I'm just standing dead in the center of the room.
I'm hiding hay back.
Wreck the dodge!
I just gotta hide in the hay bale.
I walk up right next to him. It's like, okay then.
You know what? I like you.
Well, let's look afterwards and see what happens.
Sounds like a plan. We get out of this, drinks on me. And we'll just get into a stance ready to dive out of the way of anything that charges towards me.
Similar.
I'm just crouching behind a hay bale with a crossbow at the ready.
Yep.
Should I roll to hide?
If you want, roll stealth.
Sweet.
Also that.
21?
Oh, natural 20.
I was standing on the door, there's no way I could have hit it.
You become part of the door.
Would I
Just Homer Simpson
dump my
into it.
shield?
You can have a look.
Han Solo.
You seem to have been, you surrendered all your equipment, you seem to have been redressed, re-armored, all your equipment's back on you.
Ooh. Fancy.
So a moment passes, nothing seems to happen.
Well, this is deceptive now.
I
heard something on the other side of the door. The latch is open.
as he says that.
Your passive investigation of 23? 20.
Jeez.
20? I thought it was 23.
No, I've rolled a 23 before, but it's passively 20.
It's high enough for you to have realised between what you heard and that was it inviting you out when you knocked on the door.
It's good to know you are all very ready for fighting. That puts my mind at ease.
So
I was hiding.
coming through? Is
I
it?
believe we are going to eat.
But what if we don't and have it come to us?
Okay, you stand here. Come on in, please. We will see you now. The doctor is ready for you.
Oh, we're so weak in here. So weak and afraid.
You get no response.
I did not think that would be as convincing, but anyway.
I have a charisma of 10.
Roll perception for me.
Is that
Yeah.
13? Also 8.
Too low for the 13 club.
No one notices anything as you're all cowering in fear in the middle of the room and hiding behind hay.
Well, fear. Oh, we're waiting for it, obviously.
I'll step forward and I'll like open the gate up, like when you open the gate up for the bulls to come through. It's like, there you go.
So you stand behind the door and swing it open?
On the
As soon as the door opens, can I throw a dart? Just like out?
Sure. Who's in the middle of the room? And the other two are hiding?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have got
So
the
the
dodge
three of you are in the middle.
Huh?
You're in the middle as well?
I'm not.
He's in bail.
So you open the door, swing it open, you throw a dagger and just
Or dart.
dart,
Yeah.
and the dart just disappears into darkness. You look out, and as your eyes adjust, there's these strange, tall, purple trees that seem to be twisting around in front of you. Otherwise, it looks like nighttime, but somehow inkier and thicker.
Why is it always trees?
I did say trees, didn't I?
Just so I can see around there, guys.
And here I thought spooky monk
Around,
as
see
well.
it. If I look out the windows, do I see the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the earlier perception check to see if you noticed it had changed.
I'm gonna take my rope out of my little backpack and just sort of tie it to my belt. Hold on to this.
Sure.
Walk to the door. Excuse me. Just sort of look out.
Roll perception for me.
I'm just gonna get right.
7.
You look out, you don't have any sort of dark vision.
60 feet.
60 feet, roll the advantage there.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Hey,
Nice.
there it is.
A little better.
So you look out, it's not nighttime, but it's dark. And you notice all these trees have very large purple leaves on them that are going the opposite direction of what you expect leaves. They're raising instead of drooping, like they're being pulled gravitationally upwards.
For shits and giggles, I sort of just like.
Still holding the rope.
Thanks. I was gonna say like you could pull me and it'd be fun, but thanks.
You have to be very clear with him.
Yes.
You underestimate the party.
Or overestimate. I'm not sure yet.
I mean, I can yank you if you really want.
It's okay. Maybe later if you're lucky. Appears to be strange trees.
Before thoughts drops, is there anybody out there that is not our thoughts?
Within 30 feet, no.
No, it's alright.
Raz is going to pop up over your left shoulder and be just like, looks weird.
Smoke is going to pop up on the other shoulder.
Really?
Kip's gonna pop up on the other shoulder.
Pretty sure.
I'm closing the door. We need to organise without running into each other's shoulders before we go into this.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to take a tentative step outside.
Yeah, I'm back over.
I don't think you want to go too far. We're not in.
I mean, he's probably the loudest of us. He'd be the best fare, and if something tries to swing at him.
As you step outside, roll perception for me.
Why can't we do this? Yay, 8.
Yeah, it seems very unusual. There's no wind, there's no sounds of animals or anything.
But it seems clear.
Other than the very large trees, yeah, you can't see any movement or anything.
Hey, did you notice the strange trees? The leaves rise. Isn't it cool?
Not the first word I'd use. Not dangerous is up on the list, though.
Oh, they are
I think
probably dangerous.
Well,
Let's take a few steps outside.
Yeah, roll
With a
perception.
stick.
we're going to roll this perception.
6. So back on my usual form.
You see the trees too, right? I literally describe how the trees look to them all. Like,
What do you mean?
he's an honourable man. He won't take the help.
Smoke, seeing the bravery of the other party members, wanders out and also takes a look out. And given his hopefully expertise in nature, might be able to determine something else about
Let's find out.
I sure hope so.
nature check.
That was his bartering for an 8 check.
You'll get more information from a perception than a nature for it.
We
But I'll
get
leave
more
that for you to
information
roll.
for a success, so try for that first.
Yeah, right.
I'll let you roll the advantage though.
Oh, thank God. Oh shit, that was worse. 14.
It's pretty good.
It's better than 8.
Better than anyone else so far.
Hey, I got
natural 20.
You're inside.
Oh, yeah, true.
You step out and just through your feet you feel a slight thrum that stops and it happens again. It seems to be coming from underneath you. Very much a pattern of vibrations. You also notice on the tree there are some very, very tiny lines of what look like black liquid running up the tree.
Spooky.
It appears that there's a black liquid running up the tree. It's kind of like, maybe like blood going through veins.
Just a quick forage in the bag for a vial.
Yeah.
An alchemy kit. And just pop a vial above it so it collects into it.
Make a dex check for me.
Okay.
Can I just look up,
You can.
just casually? Is it just a normal sky?
You can't see it, it just goes into pitch black.
After 60 feet, presumably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Within 60 feet, it just looks normal.
Straight dex, 19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah, so you put the vial and start collecting. You notice a bit that drips and gets around it, but you manage to move your finger out of the way in time.
You move that thumb.
You collect a little bit in there.
Yeah. A little stopper on it, back in the bag.
I lean over to Kip and I just go, "You might get the most out of this expression, but I don't think we're in Kansas anymore." And then I walk out the door.
I'll follow.
Perceptions. With advice for you.
Natural 20.
Never mind. I think you already got a natural 20.
Well, I have another one.
Yeah, hey, 20.
You take it.
Let's grab everything I see to you, don't worry.
Excellent. Thanks. I rolled a 9.
You've heard him say about the Ecor and Senate collected, and yeah, it seems to be on all these trees, very thin rivulets running up it, seeming to defy gravity like the leaves are. Above that, when you step out, you feel a thrum in your feet, which you stop and think for a minute, and it feels exactly like a heartbeat coming through the earth.
We have seen this sort of thing before.
Further ahead, about, what's your dark vision rate?
60 feet.
Just outside of that, with your perception all that high, you see black eyes glinting on a giant horned head clinging about 30 feet up a tree with claws clinched around it, staring at you.
We're being watched by a big, horny thing in the distance.
Horny.
Points me in the direction.
I pointed and first I find him, and then I just casually just sort of point.
It's got horns.
Yep, horns, glinting black eyes.
I'd recommend jumping to the side if it runs at you.
Thank God, that's what you meant.
Because it's so dark, no one else can see this. It's just lost in the thickness of
But
the
it
darkness.
is roughly that direction.
I just don't want to rudely talk in not the right direction. So now that I'm pointing at it. Hello!
Who's gonna prepare to dive out of the way?
Hear the rustling of leaves and the tearing of wood off trees. You see this creature slowly clambering its way down with giant claws.
What makes you so angry?
Gonna push myself in front of the old man slightly. Sort of.
Okay.
Do you need to?
You're an old man. You were once a child. I don't know what you are.
You see
Don't worry,
this
old man.
creature walking towards you. You see it moving. After about 10-15 feet, you all see it start to emerge from the shadows.
Is it moving slowly or fast?
Fairly slowly.
It's going to lower your sword a bit.
Its giant claws tearing up the ground as it comes towards you. Moving, it's on its all fours. It's only about 5 foot tall, but very large considering what it is. Its horns extend around, curving around the sides of its head.
I'm gonna match its
It's got
pace.
jet black eyes, and it sort of stops in front of you and stands up, almost becoming humanoid in front of you with its huge tail wrapped around behind it.
How tall is it?
Standing up now, it's probably about 12 feet tall.
Oh,
Too big. Can't replicate that.
Good morning.
How's it go?
You hear in your head, you've been sent here as a meal.
To you?
Yes,
And there's no argument.
make me a better deal.
You can speak with that thing.
I feel like X-Nay on the peaking say, are you a slave?
I'm trapped here.
Would you like to not be trapped here?
Yes,
Are you friendly?
for the right price.
Good, do I believe him?
Roll insight.
Come on.
Oh, please.
16.
Roll a history check for me.
History. Oh, yeah, nothing. I have a natural one. I'm like, you just got such piercing eyes. So beautiful.
It's just a big dog with horns.
Yeah, friendly boy.
Oh, demon dog.
You'd think it would probably be negotiated if you'd offer it something at once. It didn't just tear your face off, and looking at it, you'd think it probably could.
Are you a friend of the god of death?
I send it presents.
Yay!
I have no idea where this conversation's going.
Look, he's going to eat us unless we give him something better, and I was going to suggest freedom. I don't really know you all that well.
About to
How do we
branch.
feel about freeing
No,
this
not
thing?
Smoke puts a claw up in us. Do you need a help?
Can't say fear.
I am quite proficient at making deals.
No, he's not. Not remotely.
I'm not stopping this time.
Who do I believe?
This is the
All of them great.
Was it? Yeah.
You know what? Just walk over.
Hello.
I'm preparing it tasty.
Raz looks horrified.
Smoke compliments him on the compliment. I do my best. So how?
I will save you for last.
Thank you. So you're trapped. Yes.
Yes.
What may you say has trapped you?
Shalakai,
Okay.
the ones who fed you to me.
No.
Kill them if they keep bringing me food. For now.
I heard him mention Shadakai. Sure, it's not a good idea to just offer them to him.
I don't think he could eat them if he had them available.
I'm pretty certain he could. Look at him. Look at him. It's quite impressive.
I think he can eat whatever he wants, really. Who am I to deny man me?
He's a strong, independent, 12-foot horned darker creature. He can do whatever he likes.
Yeah.
But why doesn't he?
Do you know where they are?
They come, they go. As he says this, you notice his eyes sort of dart between you all, and you see him lick with a long black tongue around his mouth. And the trees start moving around to encircle you.
Awesome. No.
Gonna get into a defensive stance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put weight on my back foot so I'm ready to leap out the way. Dodge action.
If we bring you back to the barn, would you be able to wait for them to come for us? And then you can take them. And
You're
you're free.
here for me now. They
This
won't
is
come
true.
again.
I am just an old man. I am not useful for you for food.
I know who you are.
It's worth a try, you know.
But if they're feeding you consistently, surely some of them will be back.
Not till they know you're gone.
Well, then if we hide here, we will be gone.
Perhaps we could fake our own deaths.
You'll have to be dead. They would know.
I place my hand on Smoke's and Smoke's just shoulder, and I'm like, you can't fake death in here. And stab.
Yep, roll to attack.
Roll to attack who?
You taking smoke?
Big and 12.
Does not hit.
Well, I've signed us up to this.
You also cannot fake swinging a sword.
I like this guy.
Quick uses their agility, get out of the way.
Everyone roll initiative.
No.
Oh, now I get a natural 20.
Well, that makes two.
Natural 20!
Not natural 20!
There's a two in it. It's one of those kind of nights.
Healers at the
Who has the highest dex out of that 20?
25.
24.
Oh!
So 20 days.
Whoa!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hi, Dex plus I.
What did everyone else get?
Well, I thought it was pretty impressive, but 19.
Under 18?
4.
That's under 18?
Very.
Are you sure?
Vintage rat behavior.
Yeah.
So what'd you get?
It's just like this. Yeah. Oh no. This is that immediate regret I feel.
Kip sees this is just like, Nah.
Sorry, slipped. I slipped.
Raz sees this,
just
checking the scabbard. If you were something in the distance, I would have like nailed that.
Oh, Raz sees this and he's just like, oh no, not again.
What's your AC?
Because I have defensive duelist, I'm at 19 at the moment. If it's a melee attack, if it's anything else, ooh.
Your AC only affects melee attacks.
I mean distance attacks. And magic. And magic. Yeah. That's a lot of D4s. That's a lot of rolls.
You take 19 points of damage. This thing falls out of the ground and slashes across you.
That's not good.
When you say out the ground?
Yeah, so as it pulls in, so its back legs up, rearing on its tail and slashes across.
Ah, right, yeah, sorry.
What's your arm class?
17.
And then it slams its head down, biting at you for 9 points of piercing damage, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, wait. Well, does that kind of cock but hit the back?
Notwithstanding.
Sorry. Damn. We'll try. 10.
Your hit points are permanently reduced by that much.
Yeah.
Kip, you're up.
Right, so, seeing what's just happened. Okay, so situation slashed at you, bit at you. I'm just gonna run up. I've got my dagger in my right hand, so I'm gonna run up and Superman punch with my left.
Wow. Roll a hit.
22 to hit.
That hits.
It's gonna be a short episode.
8 points of bludgeoning damage, and then bonus action to flurry of blows to land and then jump up and just sort of like double, like sort of roundhouse back kick.
Yep, roll a hit.
So the first one is a 25 to hit. Second one is a 14 to hit.
That will miss.
No worries. 7 points of damage.
What sort of damage?
Bludgeoning.
So that was 3 points of damage to you.
Yes. And my AC goes up because I made an unarmed strike as part of my attack action. So 20.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Alright. Phase.
Sweet. Seeing that, and literally hemorrhaging blood, I am going to jump and do a very similar slash, but not necessarily Superman punch, but jump like stab. Attack.
The Superman stab.
23.
Nice.
All things. So that is 5 points of damage.
What damage is it?
Piercing. Sword damage. Stabbing damage.
Stab damage.
That's sweet. Stabbing damage. You know what? I'm gonna spend a key point as well to a flurry blow.
Hell yeah.
So
Those watching at home, now you know.
that's with my fist. So that's a 19. No, 19.
19 hits.
Sweet.
Nice.
Oh, it's 4.
Yeah.
Oh, finally. Happily.
We need a result.
4 points of damage.
What about the second punch?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, flurry blows.
Yeah, 21. All the things.
Yep.
Nearly caught it.
6 points of damage. That was my roll.
Damn it, you get 5
Smoke's gonna disengage and move away.
Yep. One sense always so far throughout. Good job.
Yep.
So you move away. You're now surrounded by these large trees, but it's about 60 feet around. So there's plenty of room to disengage and move.
Good.
So you disengage and dash action to get as far away as possible.
As far as way as possible, but also attempting to keep a larger radius with the trees around as possible. But so yes, moving away, but also trying to keep some sort of distance between himself and the trees.
He's got really great drums.
Right.
Bruce.
Is he wearing anything with metal?
No.
Not a thing?
Oh.
Not a single item on him?
He is naturally armored with black plate scale.
Disappointing.
Damn.
Fortunately, there are other options. I'd like to cast Cloud of Daggers on him. So I'm going to open up the bag of holding behind me, and a swarm of 250 daggers flying out of the bag.
Next time?
No, there is no save to Cloud of Daggers. It is on him, on the cube of 5 feet around him. It will take 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So no damage yet, and I'm just starting to Fire up.
Anything else? Run?
Fuck that.
Yep.
Stand near smoke. Okay, I'll head back
But the
and
dog snakes do that work.
keep some distance from the trees.
Yep.
But also from it.
Right.
I'd like to preface this by saying that my options here suck.
So mine.
Yes.
You could have lost 19 hit points.
I could have. That's true. That's very true. Very true.
Quickest death ever.
I'm going to bonus action cast Mage Hand and pass off my hand crossbow to it. Yep.
I thought you meant to him.
No, just shoot me. End it all. And then I'm going to draw the Moon Touch short sword and try to give him a stab with it.
Yeah.
This one. Actually, no, I'm not going to use yours. I'm sick. No. Well, I mean,
Man.
14 does not hit.
No.
Oh god. It's probably the highest I've rolled tonight, but not good enough.
Don't worry, I'm usually that guy.
Oh, that's comforting.
I rolled a lot of 20s. I don't know what's going on.
So that's your action?
Yeah, and bonus action was used casting Mage Hand, and I'll use movement to get up to him, so I'm done. I'm tapped.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the round. You see this creature in front of you. Its back explodes and these giant wings shoot out, and it flaps down and launches into the earth with its cloud of daggers.
I'm glad I didn't see that combat range.
Magic damage.
It does.
Is he within stabbing or fist punching range?
Anyone within range can get an effective
Hells yeah. Here you go, my friend.
I'll say I get to maybe redeem myself. Ooh, I do indeed. 24 this time around.
That will hit.
19 for me.
12. I got shocked by the wings. Like,
Wild slash. And you both hit.
Oh, that's 9 points of stab damage as I stab it with my knife.
Yep.
my favorite type of damage.
And Raz?
Do I have sneak attack? Question mark.
Let's engage with someone else at the same time.
I'll give you sneak.
8, 10, 12 points of magical slashing damage.
Nice.
Very nice. I'm not level 6 yet.
Guitarist.
Oh, sorry, no.
He's not only guitarist, but a man of
So this is what you're saying now. Watching above you in the air.
Oh, good, great.
Sometime.
Is that like a fart coming out of its butt, or is that a tree?
Is it pocket sized?
Would have been funnier.
It is not pocket sized.
I mean, if you have a really big pocket,
It's like Zool,
Or
but
they
like
can
a
hack it up.
shadow. It's a shadowy Zool.
Yes.
My favorite.
Yes. I would have preferred fighting a shadowy Sigourney Weaver, to be honest.
Hey, if I see her for long enough, I can become her.
Is that wrong? Everyone roll perception for me.
Hey, let's do this thing.
oh yay!
Yeah.
I am so focused on stabbing the shadow creature.
22.
Oh, does one help?
One does not help. 18.
Well, 6, but
No, my one doesn't help as much as his one.
Okay. You notice as it flies up, there's these almost blends in perfectly with its dark scale, but there's black shackles wrapped around it. You see it twitch its hands, and you see some magic arc around its fingers, but then get absorbed by it, and you see a look of frustration flit across its face as it flies up.
Were they metal shackles?
I'm thankful.
They are shackles.
Just checking.
They are.
And you notice that where you've all wowed on it, it doesn't seem to have really affected it much at all, considering the amount of time you've hit it.
It's stronger than my fists.
That means it's stronger than my fist.
Did it care about the magic damage toll?
Yeah, a little bit more. You get the feeling it's just absorbing this damage, like it can take a lot of punishment.
Alright, let's call it a draw. Can I call out to it?
Yeah, it seems to have flown up about 60 feet, and you see its paws crackling, and then the magic disappears, and it seems to let out a roar of anger.
I see you got a bit of a problem there. Shall we call it quits and help you out with that? And maybe you don't kill us?
It glares at you for a second, and then it stops and just starts flapping in the air, staring down at you.
Yeah, just...
You notice it looking across everyone and stops to glare at you.
Raz is gobsmacked that worked.
I tried diplomacy.
You did not try diplomacy.
I didn't.
What a strange form of diplomacy.
So, yeah, I noticed you got a problem there. Is that why the Shadow Car can't? Is that why you can't eat those fuckers?
What are you talking about?
Just shh.
What are you talking about?
I see you got the things on your wrist, the shackles. They shackled us as well, and
Let's have a screech of anger.
yeah, that. If we help you with that, can you maybe not kill us?
I could.
Does that mean you will?
He looks at you and looks at you.
I apologize.
Maybe.
And perhaps restore
Shut up,
my...
I like that offer. Sorry.
And perhaps restore my health?
I figured I'd let him do
You
that.
see,
You get injured.
I lost 9 permanent hit points.
Yes.
He got hit pretty good.
you see him swoop down closer to you, and you see him grimace and fangs in his mouth glisten in the low light here.
We are not going to ask him to heal.
He does not seem interested in helping you out after you've attacked him.
Yeah, I think just we'll deal with that later.
Sword away. Moment of your time, friend.
Good
What?
idea.
I walk up and I just
I'll dispel the cloud of daggers, sorry.
Unless it points out I did not actually attack you.
so many daggers.
Yes, very helpful you were there, Smoke.
I open the book and I just start flicking through the contents for him.
Which book?
The book that is with me that was like bound to my belt.
I'm slipping into that.
Yeah, you can try.
You see the words reflected perfectly off the glass.
Wearing glasses?
This is all the death that I've experienced and caused. Imagine if you could cause half of that to the Shadow Car.
There was a lot more.
I like that idea.
Even with the shackles?
Well, that's where I'm thinking we'd help him
Grimace
out.
is again, you see his fangs glint.
I know this bothers you, but from what plane are those shackles?
Their plane, my plane.
May I?
He holds his huge wrist out, very obviously showing you his very sharp claws still slit with blood first.
It's okay, you've already really hurt me.
He is basically ribbons.
Can I just kind of investigate the shackles? Is there any...
As you say, you've already hurt me. You see the big tail flick across and land next to you with sharp barbs slamming to the ground.
I sort of look unfazed because I'm like, I'm prepared for death at this point.
Roll an insight.
12.
No more.
The best words a DM can say.
Yeah, you know, there's anything. Anything about the shackles?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
You know what? I am not.
Are you proficient in... What sort of toolkit proficiencies do you have?
The most important toolkit, artisans.
You're not sure. It doesn't look like any manacles you've ever seen. They're not... they're solid with no sign of a keyhole or anything. They're not made of metal. They're made of something else.
May I make those checks, please?
Yes.
I'm just knocking on.
So it's a...
I'll assist somehow.
With the knocking or the
Arcana is 19.
Yep.
I just point out some symbols or something.
I'll say a prayer of
Roll a
help.
nature check from me as well, so you can get all on.
No.
It's definitely some sort of arcane lock.
Yeah. 7 for nature. But,
Cast by the same sort of magic that took the soul of the cat.
okay. There is a spell I have heard of that can break a magical lock for a short period of time.
Then do
It should be long enough that you can get it away. I do not know it currently. I will need to rest.
I'm just gonna take a step back.
But you can be freed. If these shackles are what stops you, you can be freed. And I am willing to do that for you.
He sort of leans back on his haunches a bit.
If he'll let us go.
Rest.
We will need to rest and gain XP. As I can't do it unless I level up. But frequently we we are pretty good at adventuring and will soon be leveled up. No, that's very metagaming.
Do not worry, in 7 sessions' time, we will come back to help you.
But it does exist.
Well,
In the meantime, I need to eat.
Then we will find you a Shadakai.
But when you die, not want to show up. I mean, this seems like a real
The sun
catchment.
rises in your realm.
So, good question. You said that they come after the people get all bitty bitten and eaten.
Yes.
How do they know about the bitty bitten eaten part?
They serve the gods of death.
I serve the god of death.
Not as well, obviously.
No, monk.
Put in a good word with him. Put in a good word with them.
They?
Put in a good word with God.
Just all the gods.
Yes.
I think it's her in this realm.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah. And if not, you can eat us all.
How long do we have till the sun
Do
comes
not
up?
make deals like that, please.
You
Not
don't
on my
know.
behalf.
Oh, we can't tell, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll think on it. Cheers for giving us this opportunity. I'm sure that you
Hey.
won't regret it.
Hold up. There is a lock to it, yes?
Not a physical one.
Damn it.
Now, if anyone wants to do a nature check to look at the actual shackles, that might.
Why not?
Come on, nature!
13.
I got it.
Please do. I mean, I'm going to roll it as well, just in case.
9. 22.
You got guidance as a cantrip as well, don't you?
Sorry?
Do you have guidance as a cantrip?
I don't think he does, but he got time.
He's got resistance.
I do.
Yeah, don't have to use that very handy.
This is very handy.
You look at them, and they seem to be stone of some sort.
I pass that information along.
Stone.
I had a question.
Interesting.
I do not mean to presume what kind of creature you are, but do you realm within the hells at any point?
I'm from Shadowfell.
Have you heard of the situation that is destined for Baldur's Gate?
I've been trapped here for some millennia.
That would be a no. What's happening to Baldur's Gate?
I'll get to that when we get back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
If we get back to Baldur's Gate.
The big deals like that.
Well, hey, look, some of us might return there anyway.
If we free you, other than obviously our lives, could we depend on you on possible favor in the future?
No. Your lives will be more than payment. If I choose to give them to you.
Smoke has a rare thought. We died in this dream, that place we were before.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we die here, we might get returned to
Do
another
not test that
place.
theory. Do not test that theory.
Yeah, no.
Unless you know some sort of resurrection magic, I'd rather not give that a try.
That's a no.
If he knows the resurrection magic and he dies, it's useless. You know that.
Correct.
Anyway, we will return. I have an idea.
Made of stone, yeah? And like the chains are made of stone?
There's no chains, they're just sort of large, heavy bracelets around his wrists.
Let's spend some time sketching.
Yep.
And then I wanted to start also sketching Kip. Just like 2 little things for later on.
Oh, cool.
If we're back in the barn, it's probably Kim just on the ground, just.
So I'm standing over you, just drawing your face like,
He's kept the circle of trees around you.
Then but not in the barn.
Yeah.
Smoke has a rare second thought.
my word.
Does it look like there are any gaps in the stone?
Not really,
Ah.
but you're not sure there could be faults underneath the outside of it. You'd have to remove the magic to be able to do anything about that.
I have create water. Maybe I could pour some water in the gaps.
Well, with some kind of magic thing, can either any of you, like, get rid of that magic?
That is what I intend to find out.
Because we
Next
can do
time.
that, and it's made of stone, then we can try and break it.
We do have a pickaxe.
Pickaxe, I think we're talking about our fists here.
Yeah.
I would
No, I kind of dropped the pickaxe. He said drop your weapons, and I wanted him to think that I was dropping my only weapon.
Does he look like he has anything that's broken and it's lying around?
Like,
Anything that's broken that could be mended?
it's just
We leave. We asked to leave and we leave. You are going to waste a lot of time trying
Can
to
we
make
please
things for him.
Probably end up exhausted.
Can we please leave? Like,
This circle of trees. It's very intimidating.
I wouldn't mind going.
He sits back a bit and the trees open up a path directly back to the barn.
Thank you.
We will return.
what is your name, friend?
He follows you into the barn.
Cool. What's your name, friend?
They do not name me, they feed me.
Would you like a name?
No.
Okay.
Did you have a name before you were being fed?
Yes, I think.
Do you remember what that is?
No.
If I look out the windows, are we back in some semblance of Baldur's Gate at this point?
No. Okay, you're still around the barn.
I say we call him Spiky.
I say we call him Splin or Slur.
They couldn't fit.
It's, you know.
If we break these walls, we will return to your plane or will we return to the city?
If you break through these walls, you are here.
How do we get into the city then so I can help you?
You can't. Unless the Shadowkai bring you home.
Alright. How long did I see the Shadowkai?
The one that came in, she opened the door, stepped in, she was there for about 5 seconds
And before we passed out?
before you passed out. As far as
Would I have got a good enough look to replicate?
5 minutes. What happened to you with the poison?
It would have taken longer given the Dreamweaver, but I would have eventually succumbed.
Of course.
After about 3 minutes, you passed out.
Like a champ.
Okay, get a chance. Yeah, that's fine.
We passed out in like 30 seconds.
50.
I lasted at least.
End of sentence.
How very mysterious you are.
Right. If you have come through those doors, do those doors now lead to where they did before?
We are here.
This is true.
We have not moved planes. We've been sent here. Here is where we are.
How do we get back?
You don't.
How can I help you then?
Release me.
You realize we need to get there to release you.
Yes, I'm giving you this chance
This is
rather than
true.
eating you.
I say we tried it.
Yeah. Is there anywhere like you're familiar with this place? Your home, Spiky. Is there anywhere else apart from this barn, or is it just like trees?
Just my home outside.
If there... Am I able to switch a bard spell on a long rest?
Don't know. Never played a bard.
I know you can switch when you level up, and I've already done that, and it didn't take knock. I know it's a bard spell.
Oh.
If I can switch on a long rest, we could just do a long rest with a demon looming over me, and then
And hope that sunup's not less than 8 hours
I'll...
away.
Exactly. Pretty much.
I like those odds.
The quicker we try it, the quicker we find out whether we go or not.
I mean, look, I'm thinking I'm not this kind of up at this point, but
Well, it's either we try it and fail and fight, or we don't try it and fight. Either way, we're ending in a fight. I say that to us at the table.
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
I don't say that in game in front of the thing that that is going to eat us.
yeah.
Can a rogue do it?
Can a rogue?
Can you get second level spells at this point?
No,
Oh, he's the third. Yeah, third
I
cast.
don't got first level spells at the minute.
Them's the breaks.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you leveled up. If you want to rest now and level up and choose your spells, that means you have to replace that one.
I'll
for
switch
this
out
one.
heat metal because I haven't used it yet.
Yep.
That's fair. Yeah.
So we'll say this resting and meditating, trying to work out how to fix it is you leveling up.
Well, that's good.
Cool. I'm gonna be.
Take back your HP.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I was gonna say you want to train, but never mind. I'm gonna go have a little bit of a power nap.
Oh yeah, I can have a power now.
You both need it.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, well, when this occurs,
Long rest?
as long as there's time,
Long rest or short rest?
Short rest is for key. You can get key
Right,
short
was
rest.
this a short rest or long rest?
What do you want it to be? You've got till sun up.
What do you need?
You'll need a long rest to level up.
Therefore, it is a long rest. Therefore, you don't need to be rolling.
Cool. Hey, wanna train?
Sure.
So I'm just gonna we're just gonna do like monkey
could you keep it down? I'm trying to level up. Save our lives.
shit. What's your strength like?
13.
Okay, sweet. And we go for the Arnie predator high five, except both of our arms are kind of
Tyler.
Yeah.
We're Dexy boys.
Yeah, we're Dixie boys.
And then when we arise, I will cast Knock on his manacles.
Yep. What does the knock spell do?
It does exactly what we need it to do. Choose an object. You can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access.
Yep.
Target that is held shut by the mundane lock, or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. If the object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. If you choose a target that is held shut with an arcane lock or arcane spell, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes. During that time, the target can be opened and shut normally. There's a huge loud knock that's audible from 300 feet away, but for 10 minutes we can try and break the stone.
Yep. So
Obviously,
you cast it, there's a loud bang. You feel the whole barn shake a little bit.
From my long rest.
You need to smash this stone now. There is no magic holding that together.
Let me just check my strength score.
They may not higher than them, which is why I'm saying just slam your hand on the ground. That's probably got better results.
He's just start flinging his hands
So
around.
does not need to. He just with one clawed hand just cuts straight down, just explodes in shards of rock. In an incredibly impressive display of strength.
And I will kneel and say, I have aided you.
He looked up and there's the other one on his wrist.
Do it again! Second level spell slots I have.
Encore!
Yep, I will cast it again. What a burn of 2 spells.
We need another 8 hours.
Wait, before I do, I want to waste another second level spell slot on Detect Thoughts and ask him whether he'll hold true to his end of the bargain.
You hear him say, "If I feel like it," and it reflects perfectly in his mind.
Will you release us when I break that manacle for you?
I will leave. You hear that reflected in his mind.
Is that what he says out loud? Well,
Telepathically.
oh,
He only speaks telepathically.
I wonder what he's thinking. If only I had some sort of thinking spell.
Wouldn't that be nice? You would be able to find out what they're thinking other than what they say to you. Wouldn't that be great if you could do that with a spell? Anyway.
I feel like that's some shade at some sort of god.
And I will cast Knock on his other arm.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Shows one on his brings his claws down and shatters. You see him flex his hand, just crackling energy go around them. And
Gain my maximum hit points.
you just see him grin and smile, flex his claws, looking at all of you. They just see him shimmer and disappear.
The Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y are not your enemy, only the Shadakai.
He probably got the dogs.
You hear a very loud rumble, and the trees around you start collapsing, and the barn in front of you seems to be the centre point of this world around you, collapsing and being drawn into it. Are you all still in the barn?
At this point.
Yep.
I mean, probably, yeah.
I just sit, just like sort of like meditate to prepare for it.
So you see what looks like a black tidal wave of energy barreling faster and faster towards the barn door.
I just stare at dead on.
And it hits the barn door and just dissipates. The barn door's left open and you look out to what looks like some wooden hallways.
Huh.
Gentlemen, we
We're
have
not
been
dead?
spared.
we're not dead.
I like to think that I think that we got quite lucky there. That worked out quite well.
I feel like that went very well.
Luck is the right word. That went very well.
That was just all luck, definitely not anything other than luck.
Pat on the back. I'm like, don't worry. Eventually, you'll do something helpful.
You hear a voice.
Knock was a genius decision, Bruce.
You hear a voice at the door. Where the bloody hell's Clariman gone? You look up to see Gorda appearing in his face covered in
Is this
blood.
Albon?
No.
Okay. Our God is with us, huh?
What are you doing here?
We don't know the location of Clariman at this point in time, my friend.
We've got to get out of here. They're tougher than I expected.
Hello.
Hello. Who the fuck is this?
This is Thaddeus. Thaddeus, Gorda, Thaddeus.
Alright, come on, let's move.
Agreed.
Seems friendly.
He is.
Step out to see a shadow guy slumped against the wall. And some hallways.
We've spent some time, just 2 more minutes, staring at her.
Gorda is not going to let you unless you fight.
Is there any weapons, anything that I can see quickly that are worth grabbing?
You've still got all your weapons on the Shadakai. There are a couple of very razor-sharp looking black daggers, which you probably wouldn't be interested in, though.
I'm not taking them immediately. Can somebody help me take the Shadakai's armor for future business?
Yes, I would.
Do
Yes,
not
absolutely.
have time for this.
No, we can make time for this.
No, we cannot.
As I levitate the body.
You do realise we have to be unseen.
As they're
out of here.
as they're arguing, I'm just closing all of their eyes and just doing like a prayer for every single one of them. Just like, how many like are there? Like
Just one to Shadakai.
Oh, cool. I just closing
Good luck.
their eyes.
It's
as they're
levitating
going
into the bag.
Okay, cool. I'm closing their eyes as they go to
We're putting the body in the bag of holding. Yeah. For later use.
As long as you're quick about it.
Yeah. Oh, forget about that.
Sort of pulls up a black hood and just sort of seems to disappear into shadows.
Do you have more of those?
No, stay behind
I
me.
got a grey hood.
Shadows, I'm sure we can find some.
I look down at my brightly coloured attire.
Yeah, you're gonna have to shed that.
Right.
I mean,
Just take off my Hessian robe and just hand it to you. And it's like a half naked old man.
Cheers.
To reduce some of the color.
Probably.
I like colour. It's a good choice.
Colour is a good choice. Have fun.
That's why I have all these little flowers.
Cute.
Anyway,
Color is like
follow
fire.
water before we lose him.
Oh, going off the Gorda.
Going after him.
Yes, indeed.
Golda, stealth mode.
He's a dwarf, by the way.
Oh!
So you go down past what look like some horse stables that have been emptied as well. And make your way through, and you hear some voices speaking in unknown language. And you see Gorda just duck into one of the horse stables.
Ducking with him.
Yep.
We'll try and hide him.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Roll
Okay.
stealth.
A couple of those dirty ones.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's not good. Sorry, guys. 1.
What is that? Stealth.
Natural 20 for a total of
Take that back.
25.
Nice.
That Hessian sack is definitely helping.
It's a very stealthy
You
sack.
blend in with a horse area.
Yeah, exactly. Just shove
you got
myself on the
15.
ground.
Who got lower than 15?
Yep.
Oh, damn it, majority.
I'm just throwing myself on the ground with a Hessian sack. I look like a Hessian sack.
So you hear footsteps coming down and talking in an unknown language. It seems fairly panicked, and the footsteps are moving quite quickly. Who's in? So we've got 5 stables. Did you all just duck into the same stable, or
Nah,
went to the first one?
being that I was the I'm only on the 4th one.
Yep.
I'm just dying the 4th one.
I'd go the middle.
Yep.
I guess the first one?
Smoke also go in the middle.
Figuring that these guys have already seen my original form, there's no point trying to hide it, so I'll hide my other form and just switch to little ruse, so a bit shorter as well, and then duck into the closest stable, wherever that would be.
That'll be the first one. So Kit was in the 4th, Smoke in the 3rd. We had Thaddeus in the 3rd as well, and Ruse and Raz in 1st.
Yes.
That tracks.
It does.
Kit passed his stealth check. All right. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, gone for it. All my 20s are gone.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like this dice.
This dice is returned.
This is my player dice. I like my player dice.
They're good. Oh, that one's rolling well now. That's
Okay, my DM dice also roll pretty well.
Anyone roll 20?
25.
Oh.
again.
Again.
Wow. That's not fair. Shane.
Between 17 and 19?
20. Sorry.
17 and 19.
No, between 17 and 19? No, between 9 and 17?
13.
13.
15.
I rolled a 21 with this one, but I can't use that one.
And what did Smoke get?
8.
The pains of rolling again. You're always like, I wish I had that one.
Well, I just don't know if this dice is rolling better now.
So you see 3 Shadakai wearing the black robes, walking through, talking. You see them pass. Smoke and Thaddeus see them get to the second stable. 2 of them walk past, and a 3rd one just stops in the track and stares straight at you. They shout an alarm and draw both their daggers.
Throw a knife into his neck.
We're about to get so many daggers. This is so good.
Yeah, right.
It's totally worth it.
Being that he didn't notice me, I just sort of like poke my head out and use my bonus action for Kensai shot to double damage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just throw my knife right at him. Do I get advantage because of stealth?
You're not surprised.
Elven accuracy comes into play! Finally!
Crits on 19s and 20s?
No, you have to roll 3 times.
Yeah.
So, 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, 5 damage.
You got
So,
killed.
well, that's an extra d4 damage, so.
You got killed by a Hessian Sark.
11 points of damage as the knife sinks into him.
Piercing damage in case that's wrong.
Piercing damage?
Dagger damage.
Dagger damage. Dagger. Hang on.
Now we're crossing streams.
Dagger.
We cross streams with middle and right too, right?
Speaking of daggers,
You see two stopping in front of the second stable just ahead of you. And you hear a shout, and you see them both draw daggers ready.
can I look underneath and see their ankles?
Yes, you could.
Like, is it a stable door I can get under?
You probably couldn't get under it, but you could look under it. That's like a
Drawing underneath would be difficult, but I'll just like open the door with one arm, stab with the other, and try and get a bit of a stab on there as well from hidden.
You get from hidden, but you'd have to leave cover to get there because they're both turned around.
Oh, I don't want to. Yeah, I'll get out of cover. That's fine. Yep, I'll get in the mix. But yeah, I'll come out and stab.
Yep.
Advantage.
Yep.
Thankfully, well, they're not actually that bad, but okay. 2 attacks, please. 13 plus 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Beautiful. And I will use one of my bardic inspirations to add some sting to that.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna have some tantric sex on this. I like it.
Hell yeah.
That's a Sting reference for those playing at home.
Also, a tantric sex reference.
Roxanne.
Those tantric
Jesus.
6 psychic damage, and I think it's 7 piercing damage with the dagger.
So 6 and 7.
See.
Yep.
A lot of psychic.
It is. He's a dangerous boy.
And that will be my bonus action as well. So yeah, I'll just stand behind him with a little knifey in his back. And I'll whisper some sweet nothings.
Roxanne. You don't have to put on that red light.
I said sweet nothings. Not sweet tunes.
So the first one you stab turns around, pulling out a chain and swings it around towards you. It's one that's got a small flail on the end.
I'm sort of like, I've just like peeked out and I'm still like.
Yeah, and the chain just swings down, cutting across you for 7 points of slashing damage.
Shit, hits my AC.
Could be 19.
Could be 19s. How much? Say 7?
7 points again.
Oh yeah, I slept it off. Like a champ.
That's what we do.
Yeah. We fight, we die, we sleep.
Yeah. We're like Saiyans.
Oh yes.
Him kind of literally.
The second one follows suit, turning around, pulling out a spike chain, and turns towards Root.
He'll be rolling a disadvantage, please, because I'll use my reaction to shift into the closest resemblance of one of them that I can. Just for a split second, just I can't do it fully.
So it turns around to attack you, seeing 2 comrades, and out of confusion with his natural one, turns around and hits the other one. You see it dig into the back of his head and wrap around, stabbing straight to the eyeball, and just drops to the ground dead.
While I'm close and whispering my sweet nothings, they're like, ooh, that's good.
Vocal flail?
Raz.
This is terrifying.
Could we always be standing next to them?
Is it? I'll say it's time to. I guess it's time to get more stabbing on. Yes.
Yes, please.
That feels like a good idea.
So there's only one standing. You saw the other one turn around and accidentally hit his companion and just drop it to the ground.
Okay.
But they have raised the alarm already.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna pull out a rapier and try to capitalize on its shitty position and stab it in the ribs.
Yep.
Or between the ribs, rather, I should say.
Get those ribs.
Yeah.
Through the rib.
Indeed. Over 20 of some description.
Some description.
And is he in melee with me?
No, because he's using his chain.
But I stabbed him.
Sorry? No, this one hasn't been touched yet. He killed the one you stabbed.
Yeah.
He finished the job.
Yeah, that was the other one that started the combat yet.
I was still whispering to his head while I was dead then. I didn't realise I was whispering to the dead one, but...
That's what's
That's not you.
His final moments.
Very good. I'll leave you down there.
That's 10 points of hit.
You okay? You okay?
With what weapon are you using?
Rapier.
Yep, so you step straight to the roof and you see a splash of blood through the black leather armour.
Nice.
And you see it sort of clutch at its side, dropping the chain down.
Dropping the chain! Oh, that's brilliant.
Yes.
Yo.
Chain's still attached to his boat's head.
Is the one who drew dagger still in front of me alive, or is he the one that got?
The one that drew daggers in front of you has, instead of dagger, put out a chain.
Oh.
Swung and hit his friend in the head.
Has now
Just drop the train, you see a rapier piercing his side.
I sort of lunge forward and try to just like slice the throat. So,
Yep.
Ooh, gonna try and make this quick.
Very nice.
I don't. That's a 9.
Yeah, you lunge forward, but the door's sort of in the way, and you just can't get your way around it as he stumbles backwards, holding his ribs.
This is awkward. Can I have to hit to do a firing one.
He's done this a lot.
I think you just bonus action.
Yeah, it's just one attack.
Oh, awkward.
It's
Keep
not
point.
main attack.
12.
I'm just still the same.
And 14.
That hits.
Hey!
You hit with something.
Punch the sword in further.
7 points of damage.
So how do you do your flurry of blows?
So I stab, go wide, punch, go wide, and just headbutt him.
Bang! I thought you were going to dodge this, so I cut over the side.
Yeah, I was expecting you to do something.
So you headbutt him and his nose just explodes with blood. And as he does it, he stumbles back and you see the rapier just pull through and you see his guts just spill out.
Oh, yeah.
Collapses. Which brings us to...
Also, I just want to do my touch. Can I just do my touch of death, please? I get a little bit of bonus healing. So my wisdom mod plus my level. So I have 7 extra hit points in the moment.
So you just headbutt him, you see his guts just spill out and you see his essence swirl and get absorbed into him.
Yeah.
Just want to say, just line it up and just.
That's huffing souls. Yeah, that's right. It's great. Oh, he had a wife and kids. Oh, beautiful.
Greg says, can I try some?
Maybe if you like it.
You're meant to be the nice one.
He really is.
I'm neutral good.
Because you spent so many actions talking now, he gets 3 more attacks. So the 2 near stable 2 are dead. Kid's just been attacked by 1. Now Smoke's dead.
So where is the other one? Or,
To the right of where you are. You just saw one to the left die, one to the right just pulled out his chain and whipped it at Kid. He looks pretty hurt though.
okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna stand up and guiding bolt it.
Yep.
21 to hit.
Ooh, hit.
So, guiding bolt from downtown.
Oh.
10, 14, 16 points radiant damage.
What does the guiding bolt look like?
My guiding bolt looks like. How do you think of this? It looks like a star.
Star?
Yeah, like a star from the night sky.
It's a shooting star.
So you lift your hand up and this shimmering star appears in it. It catches the Shadowcar's eye and it sort of just glances around you and you throw it forward. It stars open its mouth and just shoots straight inside its mouth and explodes. You see its eyeballs melt out as its body just becomes incandescent and starts melting.
So it says you're in a better place now.
It's very Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I go and close his eye sockets.
As you do, you just feel the melted flesh just goose loose through your fingers.
Real quick, because we all know it's the first thing we're going to do. Get them daggers, baby.
I thought you might.
I immediately, as quickly as I can before he can get to it, run up and grab my throwing knife.
I'm indiscriminate, but it's good call. Great call.
Smoke goes and tries to get his guiding bolt back.
Out of respect, I'll do that body last.
I go up to Smoke and I'm like, here you go, I got some for you, and just put like the slime of it on your hand. Give it a little pour, I'm like, there you
I think
go.
that's what he was looking for.
That's your guiding bolt, that's what's left of it.
Also, quick question: did you just like huff that guy's?
Yeah.
I got a right up close look.
Nice.
He had a wife and kids.
We need to go.
Yes, going now.
I'm just going to take a moment, just like study the face, because I'm going to have to remember that one for later. So like sketching it down quickly, like
While
likeness.
walking away.
Kind of elfy, yeah, cool.
I'll just like help him out by just describing him as we go. Don't forget the he had the scar. He had the scar.
Yeah.
And
Give me
for the
a
eyes.
Which one? The
Just
rapier?
give me a sword.
Have a rapier.
Cut his head off. Hold it with me and just walk. So
Thank you.
his head.
I hold the head.
The one that was killed by guiding bolt.
Not that one.
No, the one that I stole the soul of.
Okay.
Oh, that.
Just because we gotta go. You can take your head if you want to.
You start moving down the corridor, and as you round the corner, you see to both sides of you 3 shadow cars on the right, 2 on the left, all completely decimated, blood everywhere. And further to your left, you see Gorda waving you on before he disappears into the shadows.
This guy's more badass than I thought. Let's go.
As you say that, I take the head and I got it, and throw it over my back of my shoulder. How did he go? He was hiding. Whatever.
Again, real quick.
Dwarfs are stealthy.
As I'm running past.
Any daggers?
There might be some. Roll a D. Roll a D10.
D10.
10. Okay.
The number of daggers.
Yes.
Yep, well, there are 5. They usually carry 2 each, so you have any left. So you can actually grab.
4.
You managed to grab 4 more.
Nice. That takes
And
the
of the
tower.
original amount, how many was that?
From where?
From the first guy and then the 3 that we killed in the
First
bar.
guy, there were 2. 3 you killed in the barn. Roll a D6.
3.
You know what? You didn't. We'll say you got 4. 2 of them melted with the giant explosion of guiding bolt.
Don't worry, I got some of them, and I give you the rest of the slime off my finger.
I do not collect slime. I cannot do cloud of slime.
That's a 7th level spell, from my understanding.
No. Roll on.
Yeah, you hear some frantic shouting coming from the other way. And Gorda
stealing all my
dashing around the
daggers.
corner ahead of you.
Just as a quick little whisper to Gorda, we may need to find a new place to live.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm keeping up this.
Yeah.
He leads you outside, and you see him push a part of the wall which just swings open and guides you through.
Raz is kind of in awe as he goes through. Just
Fancy. I make sure everyone gets in. I'm just sort of like looking around. And like,
Closed it behind you, and you realise you come out into what looks like a fairly wide plain with metal fencing around it. You realise what Gorda's found is basically the sheep door. But it hasn't been used for quite some time. It's very dilapidated and it's worn in pretty well.
you say a sheep door?
Yep.
Excellent.
Sheep door. Sheep door.
Are there any sheep around?
No, it's not been used for a long time. Very overgrown.
Let's move people.
No, move on. Give me best. Yeah. I'm right there with you, 40 feet. But stealthily.
You guys are holding back to keep pace with us.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Smoke is just coasting past them with feline agility.
You can only use that once, buddy.
I've still got one.
For 6 whole seconds.
You see sort of far in the distance the harbour of Baldur's Gate. It seems like you've appeared past the nobles' quarters, area you know as Blackgate. And looking across, it looks like the sun's just starting to rise, probably a couple of hours off actually rising.
We made it just in time. Quick, from where we were last time, we were at Halbazar's sorcery place.
Last time you were in the Wide, in the upper city,
Yeah,
and went
but-
to the Black Dragon Gate.
But we had been to Halbazar's place.
Correct.
Can we judge how far we are from where we are to there?
Yeah. You'd think you're outside of the city, and Halbazar is about halfway into the city.
Okay. Just thinking of like safe places with people who would potentially defend us.
I mean, you would think the Shadowcar probably not welcomed by the upper city.
No.
And you're not far from that.
by the upper city, though.
The upper city is
You're
where
going to have to go through the upper city to get there.
Okay then. Yeah, let's
Or a long way
go.
around in the dark.
Yeah, let's go.
I need my cloak back, please, as we're running.
Baldur's Gate looks fine. Everything's fine around here. What are you talking about?
No, wait for a month.
Does anyone need some healing?
We are running currently, please.
Yeah,
I can do that while running,
Yeah.
if needed.
I wouldn't say no.
Gorda leads you through the sheep run across some fields where they're growing corn.
Yeah.
And eventually out to some small suburban areas and straight up the road.
I'll take you to a corn.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I try and grab some corn just along the way? Like,
Defense was just
Roll a d20.
probably the same.
Oh.
just D20 naturally, or
This
7.
was 7 years of corn.
Yes! Idea until I did it.
I got 13.
He said 7 years, not 7 years worth.
Oh.
Just in case you thought it was 7 years worth of corn.
Does that mean I get 13?
Yes.
That means we get 20. Yes. 33.
Yeah,
20 years of corn.
During the run, change back to Alistair.
And you get to the main road, followed up with some lanterns. The lanterns eventually give way to much fancier steel lanterns as you enter the outskirts proper of Blackgate. The Gorda slows down.
Is there any chance that hawk might be flying up above?
Yes. It's a bit sick of your bullshit by now, so.
You are very lucky, Hawks.
There is-
You still.
I'll say there is every chance that Hawk is flying above. It's just whether or not he's trying to dive bomb you.
There's a bird above here.
Do I know that if hawk likes ears of corn or not?
He'll eat them.
Could I borrow one?
Egg of corn in your hawk.
To eat, it wasn't an attack. It's to eat, not. I was not attacking you.
Let's find out. Roll an attack.
Oh shit. Oh, I was trying to do a good thing. Just straight roll.
Like an attack for an arm strike. For an strike.
6 years of corn.
14.
Yep, you held the corn straight at it. It screeches indignantly as it backs slightly, and the corn comes back down to the
I
ground.
was trying to feed you.
Can I hold my arm up and just be like,
You can, as a familiar, it does not seem to respond.
Aww.
cool, bird?
To get down to 8 years of corn throughout this entire run.
Yeah, I'm at 5.
Smoke holds up the corn and just doesn't try to throw it this time, but just offers it up.
You see Hawk swoop around a few times, looking somewhat untrusting after the last effort, but slowly he does come down and perches on your shoulder and glares you a little bit and then hops down your arm and starts pecking at it.
Yeah, I'm not all bad.
Are you friendly?
Just very close.
Very,
I'm working on it.
very patient
hard.
too.
Gorda.
Gorda.
From what we have seen.
Where did you find this one?
Not good. We woke up in the barn.
Where does anyone find a good friend? In a barn when you are asleep.
Yeah.
You can relate to this, Goda.
Shut up.
I
didn't even know she was an orc, alright?
No one ever asked.
I didn't even know she was a Goliath.
was gonna ask about something completely different, but I want to hear about this.
Oh, you're not going to.
Okay. that's fair. Second question, though. Do you have any criminal underworld connections?
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
Roll, can I roll for insight?
Don't look at me, I would never tell you.
Do I believe him?
No.
I do, Smoke doesn't.
Wouldn't happen to know about a sort of prominent scythe weapon making its way around?
No. Don't know anything about anything.
The man takes payments in booze or money.
I will give
But
you.
all of this will be spoken with back at HQ. Right now we have things to resolve.
You've got a job to do. I've got to find Clary, work out where she's gone.
I think that's actually a pretty important thing.
We'll
The
reach out.
Shadowkai that took her.
I think we
We
should.
do believe, yes.
Oh,
they took us
okay.
all, but I don't know. She was not kept where we were kept. She may be elsewhere.
Might be trying to use it for a ransom.
Fingers crossed. It is something as simple as that.
No. Guess I'll just kill them all and work it out. Well, we'll talk eventually.
One at a time.
That's got it in hand.
Smoker goes up to her. Have you tried talking to him?
Yes.
Does it always have to end in violence?
Of course not. I'll go back and have pleasant words with them.
Oh, good. And Smoke, please.
Smoke, have you tried talking to things?
So, about that. You want
Many
to
times.
And when has that ended?
Sure.
in not
You've got a
violence?
job to do. Go and make us go.
Yeah.
Let him.
Why
handle
don't we
it.
kill all of the
How many
Halakai
things have we
and I
actually
just
done?
give him 4 gold?
Perfectly.
If you learn anything of a scythe, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Right. Well, while you're getting the 1,200 gold we're doing the job for, I'll think about it.
He seems like a good person.
Hobgoblin.
Yes. I know your type.
Yeah, I don't like them either. That's backstory.
You all look tired, but I don't care. You've got work to do. Get to it.
As you were.
I'll sort Clary out. Got him bloody hiding if she's just run off again.
I'm more interested in you shutting up the Shadowkai, but I believe you will succeed in both.
No doubt.
Need an extra pair of hands?
No.
Two.
I wasn't talking to you, dwarf.
You just see him step under the lantern and in broad light just disappear.
He's lovely.
He's a hoot. He disappeared in bright light.
Anyway,
He's actually normally less lovely than that.
Cool. I brought the best out of him.
See what happens when we use teamwork?
we nearly died.
Multiple times.
We did.
Exactly.
I need to find a tattoo artist.
Why?
Well, as I'm holding it, you just see like there's little tattoos around the wrist and there's little symbols going up. But it's like, just mementos.
If you find me some ink, I can sort you out.
What was that written in?
It is written in Goblin.
Yeah, okay.
Hobgoblin, which
We've already
is
figured out none of us speak.
We have discovered that multiple times.
But when you were looking over, it's kind of like the number 23 levels of just like written around and like curved and pictures and
Glorious.
So you're all gathered near the top of the Black Gate, the Black Dragon Gate, where you've been recently.
Right.
You know there's 3 more places you're meant to be finding. The sun's starting to come up now. You can see everything's starting to be lit by dark red light.
Okay.
And we're going to get a break.
Nice.
So stick around. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll see if they can actually get the job done.
Of course we can. It's only 3 left.
Yeah.
See you soon. welcome back from the break.
Welcome back to you too.
Welcome.
Hi, welcome.
We are real humans.
So I was playing with daggers like a human would.
Real boy. So
We
yeah,
are not robots.
the sun is coming up over Blackgate. As you enter towards the Black Dragon Gate, you see some of the businesses starting to fill up with produce. You see some of the merchants setting up their trades. You know you've got 3 places left for your mission, which is the Rillen House, the western edge of the Sea Gate, and the Sewer Keep. Now you realise to go to the western edge of the Sewer Gate, the Sea Gate, you'd have to probably go outside the city. So it might be better to do that before going in the gate if you plan to do that.
Makes sense to me.
Right.
So what was the other 2? So I didn't forget.
Rillen House,
I'm just enjoying the sunrise.
And
western edge of the Sea Gate,
yeah, let's look at that one.
and the Sewer Keep, which you know opens up to the ocean right at the bottom of the Borders Gate.
All right. Well, do we want to leave Willen House to last? That's the one we assume is an old house that's unattended.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's go to the easiest one first.
The Seagate is, in theory, one we should do first while we're outside the city.
I got no issues with that.
Let's do it. And
I think it'd be pretty easy just to skirt the outside of the wall.
Totally agree. What are we doing? Digging.
Seems awfully anticlimactic after the morning we had, but we're going to dig for Slate.
This is.
I get in real close.
I'll just lean into it.
Yeah.
Just with like the staff.
Yeah.
It's just not a weapon at all.
Yeah.
It's just a stick. And just lean
That's
into
true.
it. Slate.
Sounds amazing.
Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y, eh?
Oh, yes.
it's at this point we should probably inform you that we've had a grand total of. This is the 3rd job.
We succeeded on all of them and made money.
So the rumour mill is just a rumour mill, then, is what you're telling me.
I don't know who you think creates rumor mills, but it's people like me.
Well, you've done a fantastic job.
You're welcome.
As I said, I was originally got here like 2 days ago.
Then you see a couple of kids scamper out and they look over to see Alistair and they wave to him and run up and hold their hands out.
Yep.
Smokers
You
just
have
bitch.
information?
We told the old dwarf man.
Yes. Then I will see you at the HQ and I will pay you there. I need to confirm the information is there, my friends. You know how this works.
Guys, the old man's talking to a bunch of children. Is this a little bit suspicious?
I'll slap you with a stick. The old
Can I monk smack away?
The old man gets a lot of information from children
It was the first 3
about
times.
nobles.
We've got one for you that we didn't tell the old man.
Excellent.
Guard captain. Make them go away.
Make him go away.
All of them. I told you.
Shoo.
Best to just do what he says.
I'm gonna go try and parkour a building.
I will also try to parkour a building.
Especially like that you definitely said that out loud.
Absolutely.
I hear in the background. Parkour!
Quicker! Ah, people!
Steve Carell runs fast.
Smoke follows.
You'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah,
I'll lean on the stick heavily.
The guard captain at the Black Gate. He had an affair with Lord Highgate's wife. No one knows though.
I'll pull out a little note and note it down, and I'll give you 3 gold for that. That's pretty good information.
Let's beam up and then run off down the street.
What do we have to roll to see who climbed the highest on the building while we waited?
Athletics check.
Can I argue acrobatics to do don't pass parkour?
Depends. Do you shout parkour as you do it?
Yes, I do.
Then yes.
Can I also shout parkour to do dope ass acrobatics?
Nine.
9!
You both don't do very well at all, but you end up at the same place.
Meanwhile, Smoker somehow, given he's a cat, found his way to the top.
And you're just looking down at you as you're shouting parkour at each other.
Well, he is a cat. No contest. No contest.
You two are idiots.
You see them jumping on buildings.
Stutter up to the go. Excellent work, boys.
Is this what it feels like to have a father figure?
There's
You are older.
I guess so.
That's too soon.
We'll press on around the edge of the city.
We let go of the building. We are like that high off. We're like,
Again, very stiff.
So the landscape's very windswept. A lot of fairly faded tall grasses that have been eaten away by the salt air. As you make your way down, you do see a very large dome on top of the wall, which indicates where the sea gate does meet the wall. It takes you probably half an hour to get there.
Yep.
The sun's now risen enough that it's the first morning light.
Alright, when we get close to it, I'll pull out of the bag of holding a pickaxe.
That's where that thing went.
And it's you. After you say so many times we don't have it. You just have to remember to ask for it from the bag of holding.
Is it like a magic bag of holding? Like if I ask for like a block of
It's
cheese.
just if you put something in there and you remember to get it out, you'll get it out.
We had a shovel as well.
You got a dead body in there
I'll
too.
think about a shovel. There'll be a shovel.
Yes. Oh, shovel.
Smoke walks over to Kid and casts guidance.
Nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
About time.
If you start digging it up, and sure enough, you find
First time you've done something useful. That's the first time you've got to justify thank you.
Smoke
you
feels
notice the
bad.
wind is very strong here as well. Your hair's getting blown around. You're actually getting pushed.
More than usual.
I tie my ponytail a little tighter just so it's like,
I just make sure my headband's tight.
You're getting pushed around a little as you sleep. But eventually you do get to a deposit of slate.
Slate.
cool.
They mark it.
High five each other over it.
And this is the job?
We're getting paid like a 4-digit number for it, don't question it.
Can I look at the... Can I see that? Does it look like just... Does it just look like stone? Like, what is it?
It's
Now it looks like a piece of stone with the next number in sequence, scratched on it with a dagger, and put in the bag.
Smoke has a third thought.
Oh,
Holy God, it's been 12 hours.
Does this stone look like the stone that magical bracelet thing was made out of?
yeah. It would be a very similar sort of stone, very hard.
I would look at it still, but it's out of my head.
Just staring at your hand.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you've noticed as you've gone through the other rock to get to it, once you hit the slate, it's much harder to break.
Who are we, who are you doing this job?
Yeah,
We tried asking, we don't know. Other than it looks very official, that's all we got.
The people who pay us.
and the person that told us that everything's okay was the guy who just slaughtered multiple Shadowkai, so I trust him.
He was very drunk at the
Even
time,
in the
though.
depths of his drunkenness, I do trust him.
Yeah. It may not be the smartest of decisions, but it's either that or trust nobody. And
I was gonna say maybe the Shadowkai using this, but then if the drunk dwarf killed most of them, then maybe...
yeah, probably not.
No.
Look,
Very
it could all
wise, but
be-
very smart.
It could all be very horrible indeed, but at the end of the day, someone's promised to pay us 1,200, and if they don't pay us, we get to kill them.
Get your
Ears just peek up a little bit like... Okay.
Smoke covers his ears. And
More soul to snort.
talk of death.
Yeah, you see, look at it. It's got like it kind of runs up my arms. Like, it's like you can see like
Kind of dope.
Yeah.
Really creepy, but really cool.
Yeah.
So you finish getting your deposit. You know that you'd either have to go back up to Black Gate, which is quite a hike, or you could attempt to go down to where the sewer keep is at the bottom and jump into the water and swim back up.
I was thinking we'd do the filthy sewer keep one.
Oh no.
Get that out of the way.
Oh, water.
Sure.
That for a little swim.
I got no issues with water.
Smoke, is there like some time for Smoke to just meditate by the water and attempt to get over his fear?
Probably by the time you get there. You're about you look down to your right, you see a fairly large cliff. You see some sea grasses growing along there. It goes to a very eroded rock. And the valley leads down to a much more open, but unused beach, which is just past Baldur's Gate.
And we know that Smoke needs that kind of time, so we'll head down there and wait.
Yep.
While he's doing that, in
It takes
fact,
you about 15 minutes to get to the water's edge.
I'd like to retrieve the Shadowkai body from the back.
Yeah.
That's right.
As you get to the sewer keep, you realise that with your claws, you could probably climb around the stone wall instead of going into the water to get there.
I'll leave the body.
Well, as soon as we get to the water, I just dive in.
I just take my like sandals off and just sort of like put my little feetsies on the beach. Hey, I didn't say that out loud. I'm a badass monk of death, and I'm like sand.
You see a small crab sort of scuttle into the water.
Oh.
Smoke opens. Possibly opens one eye and sees the crab.
Yep. You just see its little stalk eyes sitting above the water watching you.
If you take it with you, it will die.
I look to Hawk and I motion towards the crab, seeing if it's interested in it.
Finally!
At least you're putting it to its face.
Oh my god.
Hawk swoops around in a circle, and then you see it nosedive straight towards the crab. The crab, you see its little eyes twitch, look up, and then scuttle into the water deeper. And you see Hawk just disappear beneath the surface and come back empty, clawed.
About 20 seconds later, you just hear, ah! Sorry, crab.
I should have been watching that crab fight rather than this crab fight, because this crab fight was anticlimactic.
Smoke is just clapping, just in awe.
Are you crawling across the wall on the claws?
Splash!
Make a dex save.
Shit.
Oh, the brains of cats!
13?
You clap and you feel your body start falling back, and you skill your back legs and manage to claw into the stone and ramp on.
Oh, that worked out well.
Kip resurfaces again, holding a crab.
Oh.
Impressive.
Throw it in the air! Throw it in the air!
Make a dex save.
Natural 20.
Yes!
27.
You feel its pincer grip onto your finger just a little bit, pinch as you throw it to the air.
And I want to try and dart it.
Yep, roll to hit.
Can you roll something that's not a natural 20?
Yeah, absolutely not 10.
Oh, is that coming towards me?
Your dart sails underneath it as it flies over and splashes into the water, and your dart splashes much further out.
I'm going to lean over to you and you're like, if that was a dagger, I would be stabbing you right now. Do not waste good weaponry.
I traded in all my daggers for darts.
Bold move. Fool's move, but also very smart around me.
This guy really likes daggers.
Did you not see 250 of them come flying out of his bag?
Yeah, I kind of walked through them as before he dissipated the spell.
Yeah.
From above, as you're clawing around, you see lots of small crabs are now making their way towards these people.
Do they look threatening?
They don't look like they're very happy after their friends have been tossed about and thrown daggers at and hunted. And you do see the show a much larger crab behind them. You think it would be bigger than you.
This is what's happening now.
Are we fighting crabs? I am so happy right now.
It sounds like
It's
it.
been so long since I
Had crabs?
Hasn't been that long.
It had to happen a while.
Yeah.
Glad we got that one out of the way.
I'm glad I thought it.
So everyone else is swimming around at the moment?
I'm still beachy sandy stepping.
Yeah.
Well, are we going towards the gate or not?
I want to go towards the gate.
Or just flicking sound with your feet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for orders. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tag along for you guys.
We have a slate to dig for. Come
To
along.
the sewer keep, please.
Oh yeah. Sewer key.
Smoke will make his way towards the others
Yeah.
and hiss at the giant crab.
Still under the water, you just see the bubbles moving up and you see the occasional movement of the giant shell.
Smoke will also just dip a toe in the water just to see what happens to him.
Yeah.
If you faint right now, I swear to God.
If you get killed by a giant crab right now,
Then he had the ultimate crabs.
Smoke is feeling brave. And for him, dipping a toe in the water is very brave.
With a giant crab in it, yes.
come on guys, I want to fight a giant crab.
I nod.
That's Josh talking, not that.
Oh, I know. Smoke walks away and just
Climbs away?
it's quiet, just pumps there. At his bravery.
Good job, Smoke!
So what's everyone doing? You're at the beach. Smoke was climbing around towards the sewer keep. Now he's come back.
Are there any beach balls around?
Sandals back on, I start walking to where he was. So that way?
Smoke apologise once more.
Got it.
I guess I would be starting to swim back to shore.
So unless you climb the wall with cat claws, for example, you'd have to swim around the perimeter of the edge of the fence to get to the sewer keep.
Yeah, this one has been.
Yeah, I'm having a swim.
That is exactly what he's been doing the last 5 minutes.
I've been swimming. I've been waiting for everyone, so I've just been swimming around.
I just sort of walk, just like.
Oh, delay.
Just
I'll
climb around.
Thank you!
Smoke climbs around.
Everyone else is swimming?
Yeah.
So you see them start to swim around. You see the giant crab turn course and start following them slowly. And a series of small crabs swimming and scuttering along underneath, chasing them.
Oh. Are they swimming underwater?
Who?
Overwater.
That's up to them. I'll recommend over so that you don't drown.
Yeah, we're dope ass,
We're just kind of like half racing, half like splashing each other as we go.
We are just swimming across in the water above this crab that we don't know is there.
That's what I was getting at. Smoker calls out the crab. Oh fuck!
Giant crab, where? What would have been great if we knew about that!
Just start looking around, I guess.
There's no crab!
Smoke, I guess, trying to encourage Mort to maybe possibly go for one of the crabs at the rear to hopefully get the attention of the giant crab and move it away.
With my infinite breath, can I look around for this giant crab that's been mentioned?
Probably. You see Orcs splash down and come up with a small crab. It doesn't seem to have noticed though.
He got the crab! Good job! That's a good job!
You stick your head underwater and open your eyes, and you see the sea floor moving. You think it's the rippling up to the sunlight. You realise it's a series of tiny crabs and one giant shell moving in the middle of them. As you look, probably thousands.
Right.
Oh, crabs!
So when you say giant, like larger than us each, right?
Well, that means like more than 5'5" for you as well. For giant.
The shell's about 8 foot across, and you see it's about a foot long.
That's gonna be a tasty meal.
We could tame him and make him into a mount.
Can it reach us?
It hasn't yet. It seems to be going along the floor underneath you.
As long as we don't provoke it, we should be fine. Just be aware that the seafloor is alive.
Does Smoke hear that?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, were you saying underwater?
Just keep swimming towards the silicon.
We're swimming and splashing.
Everyone roll a athletics or dex check.
Oh, I'll take that.
There we go, Dex. Dex 7 or just
There it is.
There's something not less than 20.
Dex. Someone has guidance.
I mean, I'll gladly use it.
So we cast guidance before.
Did anyone get under 5?
No.
You managed to outpace the crabs.
Oh, with 21.
I rolled an 8.
So faster than a crab. You can't get water in the face.
So you swim around and you see a concrete path leading up to what looks like a giant sewer grate.
Yep.
Built around it seem to be 2 small stone buildings.
Are they meant to like?
No. And you see what look like some
What?
essentially layback chairs laid out up front.
Like this.
Like what? Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's tattoo humour.
Yes.
You see about 6 of them. And you notice in front of one of them there is a goblin, very old looking with tufts of grey hair staring at you as you swim around.
I speak in Goblin. Hello, friend.
Hello, what are you doing here?
Job, we're digging up some stuff.
Did you piss off the crabs?
Oh, there's crabs down there, yes.
They're clean for us, don't piss them off.
Okay, sorry. How do we apologise to the crabs?
Stop pissing them off.
Okay, I say in common, guys, don't piss off the crabs. They're very helpful.
But I thought the moral of the story was that you can punch crabs and they disappear.
Apparently, the moral of the story is that crabs will punch you harder than you've ever imagined.
I know a lot of women in certain places that would disagree.
I'm not gonna ask.
Get out of the water then.
Yeah.
Smoke has
We'll make
caught
our
up
way
to-
out.
At this point.
He toddles up to you and stares at you.
Smoke stares back.
I'm just lightly getting blow-dried by the air.
What'd you say you're doing here?
Is he saying in Goblin still, or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're digging up some stone. What was it? Shell, slates?
Slate.
Slate. And I say the Goblin word for slate, which is slate.
Why?
I could take something out of the tonk book and just start walking towards the
Whiteboard.
game. No, just using the game to start walking towards where we need to be and looking for a slate.
Geographical expedition, from my understanding. Yeah. What are you doing down here?
Our jobs.
Your jobs?
Yes. Clean the sewers, keep the rats out.
Oh,
Keep the crabs in.
that's good eating rats. Yeah. What's your name, old timer?
My name?
Yes.
Gorp.
Gorp?
We start digging.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Gorp.
Can you tell them not to do that here?
Oh, sorry. I think it's right where they're digging. We'll be out of here in a moment. In a
Are you
moment.
gonna fix that?
Guys, you're gonna fix that afterwards. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of angry goblins.
Oh yeah, no, we got it. We got it.
Yeah, we've dealt with that before. We didn't do it in the last place, but whatever.
Smoke will
that
ready
sound?
mending.
You see now from those stone buildings, a lot of little goblin heads sticking up and watching from a distance.
Hello, friends. Hello.
They sort of look at each other.
Old men.
There's nothing else. They just duck down, some grumbling in the background.
So is that a good paying job down here?
I get to eat all the rats.
Yeah, that is good eating. That is very good eating. Well, you know
And
what?
they don't kill us, so yeah.
You know what? I just sort of like pardon 5 silver. Well, here you go. For the inconvenience.
What do I do with it?
Oh, you can take it back. I give him 3 ears of corn. Well, now we're telling you.
Thank you.
Well,
Speak my language.
if you find a good bit of soil, you can try and grow a little bit more, and then you got some corn and rats.
How does that work?
Okay. As like they're digging, I like talking through the finer points of like how to grow things. Like,
He seems to grasp absolutely none of it and just stares blankly at you.
good chat.
He turns around, lets out a little roar and holds up the corn. You see a couple of heads pop up and cheer and then duck back down.
I think I've become their king. Did we find Slate?
Yes.
Good. Slate.
Smoke or ending.
Mend a hole.
We backfill it, but also any broken bits.
Alright, now don't piss off the crabs on your way out.
Yes. You heard him, guys? What? And then dive immediately into the water.
That wasn't really stuff the crabs to begin with. But
That's a goblin. You know it.
Did Smoke hear that? Did about pissing off the crowd?
In Goblin, yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He said some words. They might have pretended to crabs. Let's go.
I think he said hurt all the crabs. Is that what you guys heard? That's what I heard.
Oh boy.
In all of my different voices.
Does Hawk look full?
You fed him a whole corn of cob.
And crab. Well,
Of corn.
Don't piss off the crabs.
He did eat a crab. If you want him to hunt, he probably will, but he doesn't think he wants to necessarily.
I just tap the shoulder and make a peace sign of friendship.
So we're all going to be goblin.
Why can't we be
He
friends?
looks down and lands on your shoulder.
Yeah, I feel like they both need it.
Cute.
We'll swim on back.
Are you swimming back or are you going to swim into Baldur's Gate now?
Through the sewer?
So the sewer keep is in the middle.
Yeah.
You've got 2 points of the fence on either side. You can swim left into Baldur's Gate or right back to the beach.
Can you just make sure, like, directions-wise, you get directions from old mate that we're going the right way?
Oh, of course. I'd climb back up. Quickest way, better. Like, would we be going into Baldur's Gate be better, or
Where?
to get back in
Willen House.
to Willen House?
Where's that?
Is
Town.
town
Which part?
Willen House?
Where?
Look, I'm pretty certain.
It's not high city. It's low city, I imagine. Or middle city.
The kind of place you'd find lots of rats.
Under the city.
Yes.
Thanks for your help!
Did you get there through the sewers?
Okay.
The other option.
Did you get there away from the sewers?
Look, we're talking like I am like translating for goblins at the moment. They're not as good as me.
Other direction.
Other
Just
direction?
the non-sewer one. Let's go that way.
Back-
I'm going to ask you.
back by the crabs?
He did great. He did great help. Let's go the other option.
Give him sort of like a pat on the sides of the arm, like you're a model citizen for your people.
I'm gonna follow his lead and give him another ear of corn. I'm gonna follow his lead and give him another ear of corn.
His eyes widen and he grabs it. He starts babbling something you no thanks.
He's very thankful.
Brilliant.
I pull out 2 ears of corn.
Ever the
Big
show.
spender.
Translate for me. This one's for you.
This one is for you.
Now, where are your friends?
The rest of the horde,
Points over his shoulder to the sewers.
they're over there.
He turns on the field and just sprints out after his corn.
Let's go! Just dive in.
I feel like we've just ruined an ecosystem, and I'm very excited. Goblins with
We
thirst.
were happy with Rats King, but now we want corn.
Goblins with a thirst for corn.
Learn your place.
These countrysides will be deprived of corn for years to come. Rats.
You can't make whiskey from rats.
Onwards.
You'd know that the quickest way would be to swim to the left, going into the city rather than back up all the way to the gate.
And also rather than through the sewers.
Especially since last time you worked out around the map, the place you're looking for would be between the Black Gate and the Sea Gate.
Question: Is there a way for Smoke with this way that we would know best to get back to Baldur's Gate, is there somewhere for Smoke to climb?
Yeah, so Sam is the other side, a very large round tower at the end of the wall. Or you could just go straight up and over into Baldur's Gate, probably. It'd be a very hard scale for anyone else, but with your climbing, you could.
Oh, a tower. Splitting the path.
Well, just over the wall.
Yeah, it's just a big stone wall.
I'll just go that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you scamper up at the top, there's a rampart, you see far off in the distance a couple of guards patrolling, but nowhere near you. You see your friends swimming around, you see they'll come up in amongst some shanty houses.
Lead us where you can. Smoke.
It really doesn't take long, probably a few minutes of swimming to just skirt the edge and then climb back up. By that time, Smoke's gone up and over.
Smoke reports to them that there seems to be no crabs up here.
Well, that is lovely.
No crabs. You're safe.
I think you are all safe. As long as we haven't pissed them off enough to literally climb onto land like crabs can do.
Do we know if does Smoke know if crabs can fly?
Roll an intelligence check.
The fact that you even have to roll.
11.
Yeah, they probably can. Their shells look fairly aerodynamic.
Stats-wise, not as dumb as he's playing.
You'd probably think that if they got a run up, they could glide.
Smoke is worried.
End of the world, dogs and cats, crabs flying!
Smoke does need to be worried.
Foreshadowing.
Who's gonna frisbee crabs around?
Just wring out my hair.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna stand in like a T-pose.
For anyone wondering, my note was cockroach crabs. This is happening.
Raz is just standing in like something close to a T-pose, just letting the air just wash over him and blow dry him.
Well, gentlemen, to Woodland House.
Sounds like a plan.
What about us?
So you know you're in the district of Sea Tower at the moment,
Yep.
which is a fairly shanty sort of town. You need to go once again north towards the upper city. Rillen House is on the edge of the upper city in the Temples district. I'm not sure exactly where.
The M District.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll keep drift running.
Anyone that's been doing their research so far, I can roll an intelligence check for me.
Kidnaps.
12 plus the 3.
Research on what?
Straight intelligence is 15.
Would you guide? You've been investigating.
Yeah, of course.
Investigating
D4 as well.
Pray tell.
Sorry?
D4 as well for guidance.
Another one. 16.
Any kind of research in general?
Yeah, like what are we researching, friend?
The city.
The city. What you've done so far. You work
I have
out
no
the
idea.
points
Over
between
10 years, I went through Baldur's Gate and through Candlekeep pretty thoroughly.
almost every point you've searched so far has been near the edge of the city. So you would assume that the Rillen House would be in the Temple District, probably on the outside edge,
Okay.
which would be between the wall and the inner homes.
Once I've dried off a bit more, I'll start asking for directions.
Who are you asking?
Probably not guards, because they seem to hate me, but I look like a temple-y man, so just civilians.
In this area, none of them seem to really know what you're talking about, because these are basically slums at this point. Similar to your area of Brampton, but on the other side of Baldur's Gate.
Do you have like a map of the areas you've,
Roll
dug up so far?
D20.
I don't know if we do, because I think Clarice. 18.
What's your background?
Background is charlatan.
Mine is Urchin, which comes with a map of a city.
Okay.
I wish I knew which one.
Oh, Paraguay.
The idea is it's supposed to be the one you grew up in, but like, well, I mean,
That would explain the accent.
You just start asking a question, a man comes up and you on the road for a log, are you?
Yes.
Alright, see you around. Walks off.
I'll follow.
Yep. He walks down to near the edge of the water, and he sits down with a couple of other people and they start drinking. They start rolling dice.
Just signal, just like poke the stick a reasonable distance away to sort of let you guys know, just hold here for a second. But if the boomerang comes out,
I will load the crossbow.
and I'll go and sit with them.
How far are you telling us to stay away?
Just stomp the stick, probably 20 feet away.
20 feet? Excellent.
I know how to keep you guys in range. But yeah,
Don't stop shooting yet.
leave them at a distance. And come and sit down with them in the rags.
Yep. They look up. Join us for a game then?
Aye, if that's what it's to be.
Raz will just hold up the hand crossbow to Thaddeus and be just like, this is the part where we wait for shit to go wrong.
I'm gonna start doing like athletics for children and just sort of like do like clowning stuff.
I'll join in.
Grab a full dice set.
Actually, I'll pull out my flute.
Yep.
Start my arms.
And roll all of them.
Including 100?
Y'all are drawing so much attention, I'm just going to cast Mage Hand and pass off the hand crossbow to it and let it piss off into the sky.
What do you want first?
Do you have anything that's doubles or triples?
Yes.
What have you
70.
got? So you got 2 sevens?
Nope. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, I've got 4 2s.
4 2s?
Alright. The dice in a dice game.
So you keep those 4 2s, and you can either choose to keep that score or roll again with the rest of your dice to see if you get any more 2s.
Yep, I'll roll the list, knowing the concept. I got a 20, so I believe that counts as a 2?
Yes.
Yes. So I got another
20 counts as any number. 5 2s. Do you want to roll again?
I might need to, just in case. 5 2s is pretty damn good. And a 12. I don't know if that counts.
They stick with their 5 matches. You lose.
I think it's going well over there. In a handstand, I think it's going well over there.
I'll take out a
hell.
small thing of coin and say, how much, friends?
Copper. Not paying for much.
Aye. I'll put down a gold. I say, Willen House.
Want to play again?
Run out of second level spells.
You could knock him. That locks.
It's a new day. I've long rested, haven't I?
No, because you've been travelling to get the job done.
No, but I long rested with the old mate.
You be long rested and you cast your spells.
Yes.
So,
you
I've
double
got Mantle of Whispers, if it's required.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
What is happening right now?
Lots of things.
So that like on one hand.
They're probably up to no good.
Alright.
I do this thing where I like stand, do a handstand, and do the splits for you to like.
I'll roll again.
I dive. The same thing, so you can dive over me.
Smoke is just sharpening its claws.
But I've got 2 months.
And I'll roll one more time if I may.
Yep.
Alignment. Okay.
Okay. I have.
Oh, nice.
So if you roll,
This one's going.
and you don't get a match, you go bust.
Oh, I had a match.
How many?
I had 2 pair,
Yep.
and then I rolled again, and now I've got 3 pair.
3 pair. Yep. He nods at you. Whistles. A kid runs out from the nearby shop. Says, Willen House. Go on. Kid will show you.
I'll leave the gold in the centre.
See, that's why
Go back to their roll.
you come back and like we've got like hand to feet, and like propping him up.
I very much consider pushing you over, but I don't. I'll spend the stick to help whoever needs to get out of that.
I don't really think I sort of like
On 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Push him. On the 3, I'll shove him.
Instincts need to. Good lord.
I mean, 18.
21.
Smoke attempts to do a handstand before.
And gets left behind.
I'm taking back my crossbow and my mage hand. This didn't go nearly as badly as I thought it would.
I'll hustle people along to follow the child.
And yes, I find myself
Roll
disappointed
a
this didn't go
perception
wrong.
check for me, Smoke.
Alright, well that was athletics. Oh shit. 8.
For a moment of blind panic, you see a flying figure coming straight at you.
Oh no.
What you mistake for giant pincers is actually Hawksbeak as he swoops down.
In the distance you hear squawk.
I'm just heart beating really fast. Smoke turns to Hawk and I deserve that.
Chekhov's crab.
Tell you what, if I ever get Phantasmal Force, I know what to use on you.
We'll start playing humming crab wave.
Every time
So
you
the
go.
kid looks at you expectantly.
Yeah, let's go. Let's follow the child.
I can't control the people I travel with, I'm sorry.
We're there.
Yeah, we're next in. We're just like.
This way.
You know what it's like working with some people you don't want to work with, don't you?
This way.
That is a yes.
This kid is really jaded.
Can Smoke roll for insight? 22.
Probably wants you to go that way.
Yeah, right.
What do your cat eyes see? Your feline
So the child slowly leads you up one of the main streets of Sea Tower. You come to the edge of the sea gate and move into Bloomridge. You see the large pier with boats pulled up, some stalls set up down up to your right, and across the way you can actually see far in the distance low lantern floating. Now in a state of much better repair thanks to your help.
Well, that's good.
Heading up through there.
Fixed a pub.
You mean the pub?
We fixed the pub.
Oh, pub.
Yeah.
2 months, free drinks.
Yeah.
You head past a large tavern with a huge boar head on the front, mounted with taxidermy. That's been very grotesquely shaped into a big smile. You see a smiling boar carved in wood underneath it.
Is that giving you flashbacks?
And eventually you head through to the temple district. You see lots of small temples to different gods. And you end up at the edge again, and the boy gestures to a large manor with a small garden out the front. They're very well appointed houses here, not quite noble. They seem to be well-made houses, quite expensively made houses, but packed quite tightly together. Very small gardens, not spacious estates.
Sorry, Dan, on the way there, did I spot a Raven Queen sort of temple on the way, or?
To the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Roll a insight for me.
9.
No.
Missed out the best guard.
Just kneeling down to the kid as well.
I don't know, I think Tina's pretty good.
I know you've probably already got a boss and probably have an income already, but if you ever require more gold and you have information on nobles of the city, feel free to follow the other children.
Who are you?
A friend.
Roll a persuasion.
Sure sounds like
Unless you're not, then roll a deceit.
I'm a friend to all kids.
I can give you a scroll of friends.
Don't worry, plenty of pluses.
That was more what you said about being a friend to all the children of the city. I was like, oh.
They're really good at getting information, you idiots.
Yeah, we're just making.
12.
Are you the Dogs of M.E.R.C.Y?
Yeah, 1.
You better watch out, you could cause trouble.
Alright.
Runs off down the street.
So would you, dear friend?
Join us in our troublemaking.
For the right coin.
Looks like the rumor mill didn't help that one.
Did. He knows about us.
I'm sure. That's Josh talking to Josh.
But yeah, we'll. Well, that's Will and House, we assume. We could
Looks like a house.
Do we have to dig inside of it, underneath it, in the front of it?
For Halazars, we had to dig inside, I would imagine.
Oh, you're right.
The same.
Alright. Anything weird about the house?
No, it looks like quite a nice house. You know, or everyone else here knows that the owners have gone away on a holiday. They were travelling for a while, so it's been left unattended.
Breaking and entering.
Well, if you think about it, we're doing things on a big scale around the city. Then what's a few meters?
What kind of stage is the garden in?
It's slightly overgrown now, but well kept. It just looks like it's been let go for a week or two, whereas the rest look like they're manicured daily.
If we just dig in the front yard, we are more likely to attract attention than if we go to the house as friends, entering to look after the place while they're.
No, I got no issues either way, but
It's an idea, but I feel we would get in trouble more so for doing it outside.
I mean,
I'll get to roll perception for me.
we've gotten in trouble for a lot of things for doing this.
Ooh. 18.
13.
11.
10. Also 10.
No one else seems to notice, but you notice that there's a very old man, looks like he's wearing a nightgown and a cap, next door, peering at you through the windows.
Yeah, I'll go over to him, actually.
As soon as you look up at him, he just closes the windows.
Oh, I'll hobble over. Hello, friend. Just tap on the window like an annoying old man, like Conk would.
You're talking at a house.
Yeah, there's an old man in the window.
Doesn't respond. You think he's trying to pretend he wasn't there.
I saw you, dear friend. These eyes are still sharp.
No one's home!
Oh, I was about to say, I thought
Very funny for a voice to tell me no one is home. Didn't think of that one.
What do you want?
We are friends of the Willand House residents. We've come to give them a gift, but I hear they're away.
A minute. You hear some shuffling.
I walk around to the front door.
You hear the sound of footfalls on stairs, and you hear a lock click and it opens, and the little old man is standing in front of you.
I had a gift for them, but I hear they've gone away.
You can leave it with me.
I could, but I'd rather leave it on their table inside, so it doesn't get lost, you know.
The house is locked.
Oh, you wouldn't have a key while they're away?
No,
Would anyone have a key while they're away?
they would.
Evidently, of course.
Guard captain, probably.
Maybe I'll go see him then.
Like, I walk up to like where the door is like between you and him, so you can't see me. I'm like,
Just gonna reach out with a stick and just bop.
Smoke goes up on the other side and like,
completely visible to you, man.
Yeah, that's smoke. This is smoke.
I've learned so many things.
Have we?
If no one's looking.
Look, as soon as he's actually not looking,
Just hearing them talk about that, but I'm going to start slowly closing the door for the old man's sake.
He's like looking at you curiously as the door closes in his face.
I feel there may be danger for you if you... I'll just hang up. What is wrong with you guys?
what is wrong with him? I wanted
He
friendship.
doesn't have a key.
Yeah, but he is a witness.
We've done nothing.
Yet! He doesn't have a key. He's useless to us.
Meanwhile, we're at the door, are we? I'm at the door still. I'm at the original.
That's a nice door.
You're at the old man's door, trying to stay hidden.
I mean, look, I was in their front yard. Hello. But yeah, they mentioned that a guard captain might have a key, perhaps.
Yes, he might. Of course he would. Do you wish to discuss with the guard
Is the
captain?
door actually locked?
Machinations for the day?
Is there like a back door? Or is it just like front doors, front windows, and like no way from the rear?
There seem to be... you could get around the back. There doesn't seem to be a back door.
Back window? Like,
There's some windows up higher.
is it like anything like sort of like
Seems
bounced
to
off?
be a cellar as well.
Ooh. Well then, I mean, is the cellar locked?
Hawk is like,
It seems to be.
Is there, looking around, any obvious prying eyes?
Not in the back here.
Well, the three of our heads just sort of lean into the back of the room. Like, guys, we found a cellar. Which is good. We got this.
You notice a guard patrol skirting the edges. There's usually two of them walking the roads.
This is going to be perfect for our.
So they're slowly marching their way down.
Yep.
The new cantrip I have, I'll message Raz
Yeah.
and just let him know that there are guards patrolling.
Okay. Are we hidden around the back at all?
Yeah, they would see from
Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to get us to just stay back here, guys. There's guards at the road.
So who's at the front? Who's at the back?
I'll be still at the old man's house. I've got an idea in my head. But
Three of us are at the back.
Smoke is with Ruse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Three of us are looking at this like the cellar.
Cell door.
So
Yeah.
you got the two normies and then the three stooges.
Yeah. We could punch it, or we could lock it. That's the two
Pretty
options.
sure.
I like that we could punch it was the first option.
Come on. I don't have a lockpick. I could artisan on it. You know what? I'm just going to start engraving the side of it.
Thaddeus was it?
No. Simon was
You
here.
slowly hear very quiet voices getting a little bit louder as they're coming down the street, talking about how glad they are they're off night shift.
Yeah.
They'd never get drunk on duty again.
Uh-huh.
You hear it sort of slowly go past the front of the house and start disappearing past the next one. Then you hear a door click and open. And you hear an old man go, "Help! Guards! Guards!" And he waves them over.
At the back. Right.
At the front, where you just close the door on him.
Done nothing wrong. I was about to give him gold.
You literally just had the discussion about causing crimes at his door where you closed it and he was listening.
Right.
I mean,
Wait, he's calling for the guard. Are there fences here? Like, what's the layout?
It goes into other houses and other properties and they sort of intertwine and weave.
How many
I
guards?
jump
are
a
there?
fence.
Two.
Okay.
don't. With that sound.
The guards march over the other man's like, "I heard them, they said they were going to do crimes!"
No more specific than that. Mail fraud.
That is literally what you said.
So I just jump the fence and then just wait.
I also jump.
Yes. I got an idea.
Guy goes, what's the meaning of this?
I'm going to jump over.
I am going to start to talk to
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
It's the daggers.
What are you going to talk to him about?
I'm going to discuss with him about the package. We have some gold owed to the family of the Willing House. Nothing to fear, just a package that we need to drop off. Nothing to worry about.
I heard them say they were doing crimes!
This man, there is something that's going on. This man, however, he's staring out of the windows and he's very mistrusting
Yes.
of the people around.
Yes, especially the ones making crimes happen.
Yes, he's talking a lot about crimes and a lot about crimes in the area. He's trying to cause fear and disruption to the city a lot. 15 now.
Oh, wow. The old man's like, this is your job. He closes the door and disappears
I'm
inside.
trying to cast it on the guards to be fearful of the old man.
Isn't that area of effect?
I can cast it on one person and I can make them fearful of either me or someone around us.
Okay.
So I'm trying to put it on a guard to be fearful of the old man who's telling everybody that we're committing
I'm gonna
crimes.
get an old man arrested.
Alright.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
Where's
I'm
the guards
going
going?
to this
Just the one.
Just going out of the street
Okay,
and
it's
walking
okay.
around the block.
We could also rob his house. No. Oh my god.
Yep. The guards, as the old man's yammering about you making crimes, the guard starts looking a bit panicked.
At the end of the hour, the minute, sorry, when I think that it's caught on, then I'll start to talk about how this man's planning to rob the house next door.
Oh.
Yeah. You start talking about that, and the guard looks terrible at this man. He's like, he said you're the committing crimes, you're under arrest.
To us?
Yes.
To him.
To you. He's scared, he's not going to arrest him.
I can't sleep on the guard.
I'll roll your sleep down.
Peace was never enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, most elaborate setup ever. Fireball.
Come around the corner and see this happening. It's like, we go to the next one, go out onto the street and walk around the block.
And they were like, no,
Just walk out and then walk back around the corner.
You probably both bumped into that. So I was like, oh, okay, you get carried with you. Oh my god.
Oh,
D8s?
D8.
Please, yeah. You got one? Oh, there we go. No, no.
Never mind.
So the first one is 9, 10, 18.
Yep.
No response?
One of the guards falls asleep.
Yep.
Do you cast it in all three of them?
I cast it on the area, and the thing with the lowest HP drops.
I wonder what.
One of the guards falls asleep and just collapses to the ground.
Yep.
There's only one guard.
The other guard, the one that... Roll a D20 for me. And tell me, actually, before you do that, roll again, but is high good or low good?
High all the time.
Low for slowbos.
Low? Low?
Low?
Low?
Low?
No!
I don't really look at it. Oh,
Very low.
The one you
very
cast
cool.
fear on falls asleep. The other guard still has his wits about him, but he's not asleep.
Smoke casts whole person.
Oh yes. This is kicking off.
This is.
Wait, I didn't roll that.
It's true.
This is when like
I light a match.
Anybody's gonna fit in a bag.
You cast hold person. This guy's turn around and see you cast magic on them. You cast magic on him. He pulls out a horn and blows it. Yes. You echo down the streets.
Yes! While this distraction is happening, so we've just like walked around the corner, seen all this, walked back around the corner, and just gone. So that just happened.
Can we just break into the house while they're fighting guards?
Yes, please. Yeah, let's go back around over the fence.
Stand down. You're under arrest for using magic on town guards.
I'll raise my hands. I'll raise my hands.
He draws his sword.
Well, whilst that's happening, I am going to pick the lock on that cellar.
Against the wall, both of you.
And then I'll cast sleep on him. You gave me 6 seconds. Oh, fuck, that's low. It's 11, 12, 13, 14. Fuck. Not great.
You cast on him, you see him blink a bit and then snap to.
Smoke, cast, hold person again.
In that meantime, he gets a reaction. As he's done that, he's realised what you've tried to cast. He's looked down at his friend and kicked him in the ribs, so he starts awake.
Fucking hell.
Roll your. No. Person. What's the DC?
13.
He shrugs it off.
Oh, shit.
The other guy gets with his feet, drawing his sword. You're under arrest. Don't make it worse for yourselves, citizens. Against the wall now. You see up the road 3 more guards running down.
Wait, should we wait until the guards leave?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's wait until they've been arrested.
Yeah, I wish I had some second level spells.
Right? I just rolled a little bit better. I had 18.
Oh, that's always good to know.
Once.
I'm just gonna lean against lean against one of the buildings, just inconspicuously whistling.
I cover his mouth.
I don't think we should make any noise.
No, I thought we're still on the street. On the other side. On the other side. We have to. Let's say wait for the guards to go, then we can sneak around.
You've probably got about 20 seconds before the other guards get to you if you want to do anything else.
Oh my god.
I'm running out of ideas at this point.
I've got one more level 2 slot.
I wish I had that.
So they're insisting that you stand against the wall with your hands against the wall. So they can see your magic fingers.
I'm going to whisper to Smoke to run.
He can run very fast.
Run.
But I don't trust.
If you keep resisting the run, we lose time.
Okay, Smoke runs.
Where do you run?
Towards the cellar. The house.
Down the street.
Down the
Roll intelligence.
Good thing we're staying on the other street.
Oh, come on. It's fitting for the character though, that I'm rolling by.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Intelligence check of 4.
What? He's gonna get cut off. Oh, it's the D6s.
So you dash. They both get attacks of opportunity, swinging at you. One of them misses, the other one hits for 12 points of damage.
Go, fair enough.
It's impressive.
And the other 3 are running and start chasing. 2 of them split up and start chasing after you. The third one comes up and presses you against the wall. They take an arm each.
Yep, okay. I thought I might get the opportunity to run away while they've used both their reactions.
You can give it a shot in the meantime if you like.
Yep, just to get some distance.
Yep, which way are you running?
Same way Smoke is.
Which way are you running?
The same way Smoke is.
Are you running to the crime or away from the crime?
Well, you're at the front of the crime, so you could run down the street towards the ocean or up the street towards the upper city. But that is where the other guys are coming from, but there are a couple of roads you could probably turn right down.
Away from the guards.
Yep, so you start running down. Yep. Ooh, okay.
I run into a cockroach guard.
As I, because we're kind of positioned nonchalantly, as I see them both run past, can I just open my bag of ball bearings and just let them all out onto this, and then just start walking away around the corner and just basically.
Where are you at the time?
It would be we were a street over from.
Up or down?
Oh god.
So there was the cellar.
Yeah.
We hopped the fence.
Yeah.
And then kept going around to the front of the other house onto that street.
The moment we saw the guards, we would have gone around the other way as well, so it would have been up
So you'd be able to below then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see these 2 dash past
and
the guards chasing?
And immediately just open my bag of house and ball bearings and let all of them fly.
Oh.
And I'm gonna just immediately monk power walk away.
I'm gonna watch this and nod in appreciation.
I'm going to try to match that walk and fail miserably.
About 60 feet or 40 feet behind you as you start dashing off, you hear the loud thud as 4 of the guards trip over themselves, collapsing on the ground. One of them seems better trained, the one who managed to hit you, the one that managed to resist your sleep. Jumps over them and keeps running, stepping between the things.
In a period of time while we're running, I'd like to pull something from the bag of holding too.
Yes.
2 hour 59.
Yep.
I'd like to say power, which is the command word for the Pearl of Power, to regain a higher spell slot so I can get my fucking second level spell slot back.
You've got your second level spell slot.
Thank you very
You're
much.
being chased.
And
Roll a perception check for me, both of you, while you're running.
I think I might need some more d8s.
Okay.
About time.
Fucking hell.
Perception, 20. 24.
24.
You're looking over your shoulder, don't notice. You look ahead and you see a what looks like a wooden sign shaped in the form of a shield with two swords across it. And underneath it says Watchful Shield. And you realise that up ahead is the tavern where the guards drink.
Oh.
Yes.
Would I know?
I made this up. I didn't know about it till I looked at the map.
I wasted 1,000 ball bearings. Don't mess this up.
And you do see a couple of them
spent 1,000
sticking their head out to look up and see what the commotion is.
It was worth it.
At this point, there is a road that you could take to the left that would circumnavigate it, or you could try and dash past and hope they don't know what's happening.
I'm behind you, so your call. I'm following.
To the left.
Bruce doesn't notice.
To the left, you circumnavigate.
Yep. I'm
So
just
you
following.
dash to the left, and you see your companions nonchalantly walking off.
I just wanted to say, being that you just shoved all the ball bearings out, like pretty much right next to us, and all the guards fell over, I want to like walk up and just go, "Oh my god, are you alright?" and like start trying to help them up, but like slip on the ball bearings and drag them all down with me again. Just like cause a ruckus.
Already trying to get up and failing quite miserably.
Yeah, so I'm just making it harder.
I'm waiting for them to all leave so I can pick up some of my ball bearings.
You see a lot of them are starting to roll down the street. A few guards are looking out from this tavern.
It's like I'll buy out of the bag of ball bearings.
Seeing ball bearings roll past with confused looks on their faces.
Oh my god, they all turned into ball bearings!
You dash left down the street, seeing companions walking away the other way.
Assuming that they've already got the piece of slate, so everything's just hunky-dory.
You hear the guard yell out, alarm, and turn left and chase you. There's only one on you now, though.
Yep.
Is there anybody left at the house originally?
Well, there's still a few guards scrounging near the front.
Is the guard like still chasing behind them?
One guard is.
I'm gonna like run up and try to stop them, and then like pratfall, like I've been thrown to the ground by the cat that's bumping into me, like flex and fall.
Yep. You're now on the ground.
Just and like as the guard's coming, I'm like trying to stop him, like to help me up, like.
The guard does not seem interested.
I stand up and dust myself off.
What time of the day are we at?
At this time, it would be probably equivalent of 8 in the morning.
Alright, I'm going to turn around and at the second level, I'm going to cast sleep.
Yep. Roll your hit dice.
That's a lot.
Please high. 9, 12, 17, 24,
Enough.
30, 35. Big second level spell, but putting him down and then straight away ducking into an alley and pulling out the old costume of Alpha Still.
Yep.
Starting to change to someone else to try and avoid this, and just telling Smoke, go back to HQ.
Smoke goes back to HQ. Attempts to.
Yep.
So I'm just going to put everything back in the bag, anything that is Alistair Finchy back in the bag, change it to Alpha Still, red jumper, all the gear, and just hand the bag over to you. And then I'm going to come over and like be with you and be like, oh, are you okay? I'm like a short, stocky dwarf man now. And just
You're on the ground.
Just being like, oh, you all right? Everything's fine? Everything's fine?
Yep,
And
thank
I'll
you.
go over and shove the
See
gun.
a few guards now coming around the corner.
Yeah, and then
I'll
I'll
call the captain.
Your friend, he's asleep. He was turned to sleep. My friend fell.
Sorry.
Where'd that cat man go?
That way.
And the old man, he couldn't have got far.
Yes, he was with him. They went there, and where did you go? Left?
Left.
There and right.
Yeah.
Up that way.
Thank you, citizen. Next time, Charlie.
You're welcome. You're
Watch
welcome.
out, they're very dangerous!
Please stand, friend.
Oh, thank you, my little dwarf man friend.
And as when hopefully Smoke gets out of any possible earshot of any of guards, it's like, oh, why does things always turn to shit when I try to help?
Help!
Roll a D100.
We just resolved it!
Out of earshot.
Where you think you're out of earshot.
Thank God the walls of this town.
So what is happening? I'm just like keeping an eye at the front of the house. Is that guard presence gone? Like,
Yeah, they're chasing.
They finally got
Old man.
excellent. So I'm gonna
Are you
go.
going to tell me that my
Go with you.
Just roll.
Yep. Diggy boys are going back around.
You get no response as you shout to the streets.
So we go to the cellar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that there's no guard presence, and
Yeah. Oh,
You are now back at the cellar.
thank God. I'm going to try to pick that lock open now.
Heck it.
Pick.
Alright.
Hawk assist
With
in the
my thieves
Sleight of
tools.
hand.
Yes. Oh, no, it's with the thieves tools.
Thieves Tools check.
It's sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Okay, cool. Then mine.
Plus proficiency because you're thieves tools.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah. That's 19?
Yep.
You need readable dice.
Yeah. No, I'm just blind.
There's a crab lock, and it clips open, and the lock springs across.
Just make sure nobody's looking, and then
Oh yeah, I forgot about the detail.
Luckily, no one seems to have woken up the old man in the commotion, so he's still asleep just inside his door.
excellent.
Going down.
Going down, closing
Thinking
behind.
about making sure that's permanent.
I take the lock with me as well.
Oh yeah.
You go down into what looks like a root cellar.
Cool. Dirt floor?
Yep.
Cool.
I'd like to pull out like the fake pipe that I had for Alphazil as well, and like hang by near that guy's door, just to make sure when he wakes up
We're eventually gonna have that go do this.
he doesn't.
I drop the bag by your feet. I'm like, this has been the best day I've had in a while.
Not been the best day I've had.
Did you see all those guards pratfall? Brilliant.
Just lost 2 of my best masks.
You eventually get through and do find Slate.
Perfect.
Slate. Excellent.
Fill in the hole.
Fill in the hole. Yep. Sort of make it look all neat.
I don't anything that starts fires.
Let me check.
Walking out.
Yeah.
I pull out my tinderbox.
So you see them walk out carrying a sample of Slate.
I lean down and I'm like, look, I'm sorry about this. Usually it's like fighting monsters and nearly dying, which we did have, but then there's a little bit of hijinks every now and then. It really keeps like the...
I'll hold the tinderbox. I'll look at his window and I'll hold the tinderbox. And give it back to you.
The thing about life and death is...
And then I'm going to open up his door. I'm going to put the Shadowkai body in there. I'm going to take a bit of time to study the Shadowkai body and get what I need from it. Take the armor, but leave the body in his house.
Yep.
You did a good thing today. You did a good thing.
So we have Shadowkai armor.
Yes.
All positive.
So we have a naked Shadowkai next to an old man.
Nice.
How did he die?
This other guy has been stabbed in the neck as well.
Oh yeah, he was. This was one like died.
Yeah, this is the one I got stabbed in the neck.
I lean back in and I put a dart in the old man's hands and like just like slide it into the neck wound.
Sure.
That's probably gonna make it look good because we're kind of criminals. But anyway,
Are you leaving the door open?
Neutral good.
People to see.
a little bit, just a jar.
Neutral good.
But anyway, just a quick perception check. Did anybody see that?
Roll perception.
9.
You can't see anything. It looks like the street's been fairly cleared with
Totally
everyone
happy with that.
chased off.
100% successful trip.
Something. Raz is tired.
Do you mean Ruse is tired?
Ruse is tired.
Raz is probably tired.
You're all tired. I slept last night.
Anyway,
Oh, by the way, Smoke, while this is happening, attempt to have a rest at home.
thank you. You said
Because of your
Let's have a book.
because of your speed, you do get back earlier so you can have a rest.
Okay, long rest.
Probably not. You can probably have a long rest soon. But are you all heading back?
to gather around and head out.
Well done, yeah.
We may have somehow managed to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We got rid of the Shadowkai body, and we have all the slate.
Oh, we also
I
have.
appreciate what you've done here.
We also
Very much.
yes. We also have.
Didn't go as I planned.
We also have 2 bits of slate from one place so that we can
do,
so that we
in case
can
we need.
yeah, so we can figure out if how they're watching us, if they're watching us at all.
So you wander through the streets. It takes about an hour, but you end up back in the streets of Brampton, heading up the road towards your HQ.
Yes.
I need a drink.
I also need a drink.
Drinks?
Drinks.
And neither of you are even the ones getting
And
arrested.
just the tavern.
Hey.
And this little dwarf will waddle over to the.
Something lantern?
That's the one.
Yep.
Placey place?
Yes. As I'm sitting next to him, I'm like, but I just don't understand where the old man went. It really leaves me a little bit worried about him. I hope he's okay.
He'll be just fine.
In like
Good friend of mine.
yeah, in like 4 years when girls forget about it.
Hopefully quicker than that. He's very useful.
So you're going straight below Lantern or turning to HQ?
HQ first to see who can hand in the slate to.
There's probably some kids there waiting for me as well.
Why does he leave this guy and kids?
You did that?
This is.
I'm gonna get drunk.
Oh god, this guy's even do that.
This is all the old guys and kids.
I'm not that old.
Well, he's got we're going to the
I
town.
copied an officer when he was young.
So you're heading up the street towards HQ. Kip just disappears.
Sure.
As he's
Well,
wont to
before
do.
I disappear, I just go, drinks? Drinks. Excellent. Drinks?
After we drop off this slate shop.
Have fun with that.
Save some strong ones for me.
I don't just want to
I'm
get
in a
you.
dwarven mood.
Well, Gracie there. Well, Gracie.
Long story short, who's going to the tavern? Who's going home?
Tavern. Well, I'm already at HQ.
Home.
Yep.
Two for home, 3 for.
So you go to the tavern.
Three for
You
home.
do tavern things.
Majority of us together.
You two go back to HQ. See the door closed like always. Swing it open.
Yeah.
Where are you inside?
If we're on Gracie,
Would you go up to the bedroom for us?
set for the wind.
Yeah, definitely meditating on life choices at the moment.
You walk in
You
and
both, brother.
You're meditating on my life choices as well.
you see a man in a long black robe with short cropped grey hair, to the back of glasses. He seems to be running his finger across the top of your fireplace.
What colour skin does he have?
Seems quite pale, a little bit wrinkled.
Just checking it wasn't a dark elf. That we just worked for.
Don't worry, he could still be a Shadowkai.
That's true. But yeah, we'll.
He turns around as the door opens.
Does he have ears?
Oh, hello. Where's Gordo?
What are you doing in our
We have the same question for you.
Yeah.
How would I know? Has he got my job done yet?
Well, someone's done it.
Good. Good. Well done. I trust that means you.
Yep.
You have the samples then?
Yep.
For me, please.
Just take one at a time. Just digging through.
Yep.
Slate with 1 on it.
Yep.
Slate with 2 on it.
Yeah.
Slate with 3 on it. Slate with 4 on it.
Yeah. Eventually he gets to the copy.
Transitions to us like,
Drink number 1. Drink number 2.
I forget which one it was, but it was like Slate 5 or whatever. I'll just go Slate with no numbers on it and give him the other one. Slate with 6 on it. We got lazy. Slate with 7 on it. And go through the process to get them all out.
like,
Can you give him the false one?
Well, there's one it's 2 pieces from the same one, but Slate, I don't think it was 5 is what I'm saying. 5 is one I'll keep in the bag.
Yeah. Roll a deception check for me.
You're welcome. That is 17.
Wow.
What's the number? Good lord.
yeah. That's wild.
He cooks it. Which was the one you substituted? You didn't give him the one from...
Would have been like 6.
Black Dragon. Black Dragon Gate.
Was that Sorcerer Sundries?
The one that we grabbed the second one from was Black Dragon Gate. It could be substituted for any other.
Yeah.
Which one did you not give him then? What was that?
Number 5.
Sorcerer Sundries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well done. Didn't cause you too much trouble, I hope.
Oh, there was some trouble along the way.
The rest of our friends are drinking off said trouble.
What about the Sorcerer Sundries?
Oh, that one.
Yes.
I answer.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hands you a bag.
Put it straight in the bag of holding.
Not even gonna count it?
We found out, buddy. I'm just doing what I can do.
Well, timeline's right. I'll see you all soon. He just disappears into the black swirling smoke.
I had a second level spell slot. I detect his thoughts to figure out what he did, but I don't.
I mean, we've seen people do that before. Disappear into black mist.
Uh-oh.
Sure. Do you want the money or not?
We have the money. I'm more concerned about who he did that for. I mean, yes, but he could have part of it.
Of course he's part of it. Everyone's part of it. We're all shit.
Ah, fuck, you're not wrong.
Yeah, man. You ain't shit. You are the best friend.
Ah, dude. I reckon.
Smoke comes down and says, "Can we get some healers kits now?"
I'm going shopping for you. You head up, have a rest. I think the others are drinking.
Do you think any of the guards will recognize me? Should I go out?
They're a bit too thuggish to care.
I'll work on some disguises for you.
Oh, stay in for.
You'd probably spend enough time in Baldur's Gate to think if anyone from the High District is looking for you, they don't bother coming to Grafton.
But if we ever go to the High District, I've got disguise kits I can work on for you. There is solutions, but for now, just
Let's go drink off the shit show that was this entire morning.
And I was the one attempting peace.
So yeah, you all head to the Low Lantern, and that's where we're going to end it.
Yeah.
So thanks for sticking around, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for next week's episode to find out what this all meant. Good grief.
How many cards did we piss off?
So many.
And don't forget to check in on Thursday for our Star Wars RPG as well. And next Monday for Princes of the Apocalypse.
Did we get
Happening here.
I'm trying to remember if we didn't actually have on Thursday's week for something. Can't remember.
No, this is on.
Okay, cool.
Should be on there.
Ignore it.
Disparaging.
That's Friday.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you all soon.